Are we live? Well, hello, good afternoon, good evening, and hopefully not good night. Just too early. Yeah, so we are live on Twitch, I do believe. Let me just make sure we still have. Yeah, we do. And just mute my Twitch there. Yeah, so good evening, and you're very welcome along to the Sopherone Saga, right here on the Emerald Collective. My name is Dave Gibson, and I am the creator and Dungeon Master for all things Sopherone. This is episode 61 of the Sopherone Saga, as I changed that. But do you know who else is 61? Well, none other than James Hetfield. So I'll be giving away a free inspiration, a free point of inspiration to the first player to knock an enemy unconscious, not dead, and shout, "Off to Never Never Land!" Yeah. But anyway, with that out of the way, let's kick off with some Emerald Collective news then, shall we? So episode 7 of our first podcast, No Silver Linings, a Call of Cthulhu story set in 1920s Ireland, by Mark Corrigan of Shunnock Games, is available now on for our Patreon subscribers at the Jeweler tier, and episode 6 is available on all of the regular platforms now, with episode 7, hitting those same platforms on Wednesday, 7th of August. That's tomorrow, which means that episode 8 lands on Patreon tomorrow. For our Jeweler tier subscribers, Tipperary, Ireland, October 1919. 4 investigators are brought to the village of Silver Mines to unravel the truth behind a bizarre murder. It's definitely the Puka. Our Patreon, our aforementioned Patreon, is now live, and you can head over there by clicking the link in the chat, depending on the tier you choose. You'll receive original monsters, magical items, and maps to use in your game each month. There'll also be the opportunity to get early access to our podcast, discount on select items at Drive-Thru RPG, shoutouts on stream, and bonus content. You will also receive a discount on commissions from It's a Map and Zorpsart, who did the Patreon art, which is awesome. You can see, and also those little twirly filigree boxes that are in our Twitch right now that you're all looking at there. She also did those, so they're pretty awesome. If you don't have the coin to spare to pledge, fear not, you can still give our Patreon a follow and get a free original monster magic item and a couple of maps now if you're trouble. There's even more free content on occasion, so make sure you do stick around. I usually, with the permission of our brand new Technomancer, Kate, who's right over there, right behind me, she allows me to throw up the maps that we use for one shot. So some of those are up there now, so all you have to do is subscribe in the free tier, and if you want more, you know how to get it and where to go. So when he's not streaming with the Emerald Collective, our very own Ryan, you'll see him over on twitch.tv/DRangeRhino for all kinds of mischief, as he plays various games such as first-person shooters, the platformers. Everyone is welcome, and if you haven't already, please give this wonderful human a sub over on Twitch, or even a follow if you can't afford that. Ryan, how's this streaming? Did I see you at something like 300 viewers at one point recently?
It was 600 and something, I think.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, no big deal.
Okay,
I'm lucky enough to have a great little community around the game that I'm playing at the moment. That's what I can say.
I was going to say, can you grab even 10% of those and bring them over to us?
Send them over, right?
I'm always promoting us in the streams and stuff.
Oh, I know you are. Yeah,
the people
sure.
that are interested absolutely do come and follow us.
100%. And we've met some cool people through that, so we are very appreciative.
Russell's having like a renaissance at the moment, so good time to be on it.
And
is that yeah?
This month up until, so it's actually on the 31st, but it does it for the whole month or whatever for some reason. I am actually celebrating my 2-year affiliate anniversary.
Holy shit!
Nice.
That's pretty amazing. Yeah. Wow, 2 years.
I remember when you were still trying to get it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we were.
There's a lot of you guys that were part of my founder group, the first 10 to sub. I know Solo's one of them. I know Dave's one of them.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Steven is as well.
Might have been one of my old accounts.
Possibly.
So anyway, so the 31st is my 2-year anniversary.
That's amazing. Someone said Rust is that there's a renaissance. Is that that's an old game, is it?
It's a 10, 12-year-old game, but there's always updates, there's always things going on with it and stuff. But over the last couple of months, there's been a lot of Twitch drops where you can watch the people playing the game, and you'll get skins for the game and stuff. So yeah, it's picked up a little bit. There's a new one this weekend as well, which I'll be streaming for. So yeah,
nice.
Did it come out of early access or something recently? Is that what happened?
No, it came out onto console last year. That might be what you're thinking.
Have you stopped doing Phasma?
not that I've stopped doing it, but just that this one has kind of my main attention at the moment. I still on Monday evenings do Baldur's Gate with Jordan and Liz.
Yeah.
But yeah, listen, you go where the views, well, not where the views.
Yeah,
are,
I get you.
But I enjoy the game. I've always wanted to play the game, and like I said, I've just been very lucky to have the Rust community kind of welcome me in quite well. So
well, that's awesome. That's great. Thanks, Shaq Fu, for the sub. We love you. Great to see you back. And who would you like that inspiration to go to? You can have a think about that there. I've been promising this for ages, but I will. Let's do Phasma. I'll jump onto Kate's computer and we'll play it. And I'll probably. Do you know what? I'll put down a rubber mat. So if I do shit my cacks, that it'll be easily cleaned up. Cool.
Sit in a bucket.
Yeah, no worries.
Fuck a bucket.
Shaq Fu says Ren gets it.
Yay!
Okay, cool. So look, let's have a quick look ahead at what's coming up in the next 7 days in the Alma Collective then. I do believe I'm back on Thursday with Rebirth of the Graven King, formerly Journeys to the Radiant Citadel. Rebirth of the Graven King, formerly Journeys Adjacent to the Radiant Citadel, formerly Journeys to the Radiant Citadel. And having defeated 2 huge stone creatures in one of the rooms of the subterranean welcome hall to Shazastar's lair, our ever-curious party decided to play with the toys that the malevolent entity had left for them. The result of which was to summon an unsuspecting but very angry Drider into their midst. My thing with summoning spells and some conjuration spells is they have to come from somewhere. So if someone casts like Tidal Wave, that water came from an ocean somewhere, and possibly there was creatures in it. Possibly there was a ship sailing on top of it. So who knows? So yeah, the Drider was up to something. We may meet his friends at some point in a different continent, who knows, but I'll work that in somehow. But anyway, how will our bruised and battered party fare against this powerful foe? There's only one way to find out. Join us on Thursday for the latest installment of Rebirth of the Graven King. Next, and following that on Sunday, we've got Fey Earth with creator Neil. Fey Earth is an indie TTRPG set in 19th century Earth, where all of the creatures from folklore and fairy tale are real, have always been real, and live alongside humanity. Join us for a playthrough of this fun and exciting starter adventure designed to introduce you not only to the mechanics of this system, but also the lore and magic of the setting. Our heroes find themselves in Yorkshire, lad, our land rich in folklore, where the local Fae have suddenly become very active, much to the concern of the humans in the area. This Sunday is the delayed finale, and the party are in the ruins of Bolton Castle seeking an unknown entity that has been attacking passers-by. I'm not going to make a joke concerning what's going on in the UK right now. The dice gods have not been kind to the party recently, and has the party finally bitten off more than they can say? Well, look, there's only one way to find out. Join us on Sunday, and we'll see what's happening in the possibly last episode of Fey Earth. Now, if you're ready, stick around till the end of the stream. We like to kick back for 15 minutes or so and discuss what happened, what it could mean for the plot, and how our players and their characters feel about what just took place. This is, of course, completely free, but will entirely depend on whether GM Dave, that's me, has run over the 3-hour stream by 90 minutes or not. And given this is a school night, I will do my best not to. We want you to feel as included in this story as possible, so stick with us wherever it may be headed. So if you have any questions for the players, feel free to jot them down in a sticky note or carrot and ask them later on. Now, big thanks and much love to our mod team for fireballing the trolls and goblins that sometimes find their way into chat to bother us, and generally maintaining a semblance of law and not necessarily order in chat. I'd also like to extend my sincere appreciation to Kate from It's a Map, who's right there, for stepping into the Technomancer seat and pretty much saving the day for this stream and one or two others. There they are, the arms. I'd also like to thank Kate for her killer cartography. She's responsible for all of the amazing maps you see on this stream, the Sopherone Saga and Rebirth of the Graven King. You can find her on all of the socials as at It's a Map IRE, and her commissions are currently open. She's also up for a Crit Award, so we're very excited about that. All of the music I use is courtesy of Tabletop Audio. They're up there in the jukebox. And now let's meet our wonderful players tonight, shall we? We're down 2 players tonight. Johnny and Fona can't make it, but they'll hopefully be back with us in 2 weeks. Well, a little less than 2 weeks time, as we're going to return to the Friday night. You okay? Joe looked like he just was in a lot of pain there. Let's give Joe a minute, and we'll start with Stephen.
I'm Stephen. This evening I'm playing Orixium Grim, the repentant sinner and more shadowed half of the Brothers Grimm. He's the full human half. He is He is caught off guard and forgot what his tangent was going to be.
Happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
Do you want us to come back to you, or are you happy with that? Happy
He's
with
a
that?
repentant sinner and he's fully human.
Nice. Okay. Moving on to Ryan.
It's almost like we haven't done this for a while. Hi guys, I'm Ryan, aka Deranged Rhino, as you know from what Dave did with the intro. And tonight I am playing the half-elf, half-brother of Orixium, Mazelu Grim. He's a life cleric of the Platinum Dragon, the one true god. And we are on a mission from God.
We're on a mission from God. Excellent. Kara, you're up next.
Hey, I'm Karg. I play the resident. I keep saying he's a transmutation wizard. Let's be real here. He's a pyromancer. Ren, who is currently in two minds of how to go about things right now. Part of him is very curious to see what's in the Underdark. And part of him has a strong inkling that we're going to get lost and it's probably not the best idea. So, yeah.
All right. Yeah, and he also has like several malevolent entities out for his blood. One of which is Valder, and the other which is a being that has not been named yet.
Valder, Galazar, some other thing.
Well, you don't know that. You don't know that's Galazar. He hasn't named himself yet.
Yeah, he has. He introduced himself.
Did he? Okay, cool.
I think so.
I must
he could be lying.
He just pisses off everyone around him. That's what
okay, with that out of the way, I think we should do a quick recap then before we dive into tonight's episode. Which is have I got the right one here now? Yes, I do. Before we dive in... Oh, sorry, Joe! I'm sorry! Joe's got to look
I guess
more in vain. Joe, tell us about yourself. Sorry.
It's his fault. He's so quiet.
Hi, I'm Joe. I play Robert, known as Robert Seth Cooper, in some circles known as R.S. Cooper. He is a ex-military scout who has given up the life of being a fighter and decided to be a lover instead. So now he's a wandering Casanova who doesn't sleep with anybody, but he does write erotic fan fiction based on the party, which they don't know. He's just a guy. He likes murdering people and writing books and all kinds of stuff. And aside from Robert, me, myself, Joe, the actual person, rides a motorcycle in real life, and that is the extent of my personality. I also do rock climbing.
Yeah, there you
go. Glad you guys remembered. Oh, well, I have sunglasses now.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, you look like something out of the Matrix now. The planet! Okay, thanks for that. So now let's do a quick recap before we dive into episode 61 of the Sopherone Saga. Big inhale of breath. Arriving into the winter city of Artex, from the small town of Templetown, our heroes were secure in the knowledge that they'd beaten the nefarious agent of the Crown Valor to an artifact of great power in the temple high above the town and hidden it very, very securely in the astral plane. This artifact, however, had begun communicating with the party's wizard Ren, promising great power if he would only travel to an area high in the mountains above Artex and recover another artifact similar to the first, but not exactly the same. Accepting the deal, that's the important part. Accepting the deal and receiving a small amount of power, shitty cantrip, as a reward, Ren had second thoughts and a while later reneged on the deal, angering the entity. Meanwhile, Valder arrived in Artex with the necessary paperwork for the Temple of the Platinum Dragon, the same temple of two of the party members, the Brothers Grimm, to reapply for permission to operate in Sopherone under the King's good grace. Surely a punishment and a show of... Oh, there it goes. Surely a punishment and a show of power designed to put the party in their place. In an effort to keep them out of trouble, the temple sent them to recover a missing shipment of adamantium that was supposedly being escorted by temple guards. Now, I should change that they were sent to recover the temple guards first and the adamantium second. So, on the way to the mines, high in the Vertex Crux, the party spied a thick plume of smoke, black smoke, across the jagged peaks of the mountains that could only be coming from an utterly destroyed Templetown. So, it was at that moment the wizard Ren received a gloating, mocking sending spell from Agent of the Crown Valor, claiming responsibility for the heinous act. Here we go. What's that? Fuck Valder. Yep.
Fuck Valder.
After a battle with some Caribou tribe barbarians and a serious decision for our life cleric Mazelu, the party entered the mines only to bear witness to a giant purple worm crashing through the cavern wall, clearly afraid of something. To add insult to injury, right after the battle with two Umberhulks, Agent of the Crown Valor sent two invisible stalkers their way to take out the wizard Ren for all of his trash talk. So, What will Valder send to murder Ren next? If he's still alive, could it be possible that a young Arthur Stronger would take the job? And how long until we meet Valder's replacement for Wraith? Only one way to find out. Let's play some D&D. All right. So last we left off, I was trying to watch all of it, but I didn't get to the end. We left off at the end was with your commune spell, was it right?
I think it was.
Oh, we had a headphones off moment, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I do believe if somebody wants to watch that, it is still it's still up there on Twitch, but it will eventually land on YouTube. I have a lot to be doing with getting the podcast and the current stuff done. But I'll keep tipping away at that. Anyway,
obviously no spoilers in the Discord either, because the rest of the guys don't know what happened.
So if you're gonna make memes, make them vague as fuck.
Yeah, exactly. We know where that's directed at. Okay, cool. So sounds like a Patreon exclusive, indeed.
Re-upload that with
King's an asshole. I have multiple dirty ideas. Nice. Okay, cool. So yeah, your commune spell ends, Mizelu, and you're sitting there, your eyes open. I think you remember the answers. If not, they're in the VOD. A couple of them were cryptic and a couple of them were not.
I know exactly what my answers were.
Yeah. What'd you like to do?
Weren't we?
Everyone's still asleep, right? Everyone's still asleep, because I was doing the last watch, if I remember rightly.
I don't think we went to sleep yet.
Don't think you went to sleep.
Yeah, no, because it was the next morning that I did it.
Oh, was it? Okay, cool.
No, you did it while the scales was in the thing, didn't you?
I thought. Anyway, let's just say if you guys want to take, so we think that we took a long rest then.
Well, I use it each morning, so that's what makes me think.
Okay, that's fine. Well, cool. Well, look, let's just say everyone gets their long rest. No one gets any spooky dreams yet, and you guys all wake up in the middle of this. Scales looks a little bit off, and I'm not sure if Fona contacted you, Stephen.
Nope.
With some ideas. I think, let me just double check. Fona sent me a message here, and she says just if Eryxium asks what he saw in the trippy water scene, Scales will tell him it all, as reliably as you choose to make Scales relating any of the facts. Anyone else I feel wouldn't be in a place to ask anything. Also good for Eryxium's asking or not to tip whatever vote I give in channel for the next direction. So Scales kind of feels like that that he's going to probably go with whatever decision Eryxium makes, unless I kind of judge that it's not something that Scales would do. So you guys now know that Guardian Berethia from the Temple of the Platinum Dragon is in chains, headed to the capital of Sopherone to face the King's justice, and justice it is. You have a job here, a job that you were sent on by Berethia herself to recover the missing temple guard that came to escort this shipment down. You have a feeling, with all the evidence that is there. Oh yeah, there we go. Shakfu is back. Well, Dave's falling off free long rest with it. I know, right? And I've loads of stuff. You see, man, if I keep getting them with it, like during the long rest, we'll never get anywhere. So, it's cool. I'll get them next long rest. I get you next long rest, little half.
Assholes.
Yeah,
we always try to sleep, and
yeah,
Dave always tries to get us during.
Yeah, you know that you have a choice here. So I'm happy to say you can sort of discuss that now amongst yourselves, or you can move on. You can just head out, and you can discuss it later. Your choice. But the floor is open.
The floor is lava?
Well,
No.
it could be.
Yes.
It could be.
No, please.
So, what's the plan of action for today then? Are we heading down like we suggested?
I think that's probably a horrible idea. It's the Underdark. We don't have a map.
I think all available options to us at the moment aren't particularly good.
No, you have a point there, but I think at least we have an idea that the cause, or the root cause of this mind flayer problem is somewhere near Artex, right? I mean, he's hardly communicating them from this distance. If he's allegedly relying on their powers.
Yeah, but do we cut off the head or do we just destroy the body?
I think if we cut off the head, we can
Body dies.
We can search the pockets to find the body.
In some cases, you cut off the head and more heads will grow.
That's a Hydra, not a mind flayer.
You
just fought one of those. No, I see the point.
God, I just imagined a Hydra. Hydra mind flayer.
No.
A Mindra flayer.
Don't give Ryan ideas. He's already thrown.
Draw it right now.
I hate it so much.
Yeah.
Well, I've had dealings with Mithrasma in the past. I think the quicker we get him as a pawn off the board, the better. I mean, it's him that's transporting these orphans down. My money is he'd probably have a much quicker access. Like,
technically, they're not orphans anymore. They're upstanding members of society. So it's, you know,
my bet would be that he's probably a much more straightforward way to get them down there. Because if you are taking a bunch of people who've just all of a sudden ended up on the streets vanish, people are going to notice if they're being transported in droves out of the city.
Hello, Blue and Eder. Thanks for joining us.
It doesn't seem like people have noticed so far, so
my
to indicate that they will notice now.
Well, because there might be a entrance in the in the orphanage, maybe in his manor or something.
But if
With the patron,
they would have noticed by now.
would they have?
That's what Robert's saying.
No, he's a lord. He has guards.
no.
And the people aren't going to access his bed, like have a chance to access.
The only thing I'm saying is I don't think people are going to suddenly notice if he's been doing this for a while and they have not noticed. I'm not saying that should we choose to investigate his manner or, you know, just torture the shit out of him.
I would be fond of that idea.
I'm not saying that we wouldn't be able to find it. I'm sure actually given enough time, I could find it. The question is do we have that kind of time?
Well, from what I saw when I read the guy's mind, it took weeks and weeks of travel to get to where he encountered the mind flayers.
Weeks of walking time or weeks of
walking?
Yes, and if it's
Artex is 4 days. It was about 4 days.
If the kids are already in
4 or 5
transit, though, then we will probably miss them. So that's probably the kids gone regardless.
They have multiple weeks of a head start on us, Mazalu. If they're down there, they're dead, or worse.
Not necessarily. You got to think that maybe that. I hate to even think of it, but let's say they're being used for sustenance. They're not going to do it all in one go, are they?
No, but if they're down there, it's going to take us weeks to get there. They have a multiple weeks head start. Most of them will be dead anyways. If not worse, as I said, they'll be probably turned. And also, we don't know where we're going. The Underdark is huge. The caverns, tunnels, they span entirety of the underneath the world, never mind Sopherone. One wrong turn and we will spend weeks walking in the wrong direction and achieve nothing. Help nobody.
So, okay, give me your plan. What is your
My
idea?
plan is go back, investigate this Mithrasma, figure out what he's doing, figure out how he's getting them here, and maybe he has a map. Something we can actively use to locate the mind players. Because in my idea, wandering around in the Underdark is a death sentence.
Okay, so you're saying essentially, don't worry about the kids, they're gone, that's fine. But we'll get him and we'll just make sure we've got his map to go down afterwards.
We can stop him from sending more.
More, but not the ones he's already sent. That
Because
we can
they're
still potentially save.
Well, Ryan, maybe we could have found out, or not Ryan, sorry, so maybe we could have found out where they were if we had more time to talk to the guy, but we don't. We have no lead to find out a way there.
You could. I'm just putting this out there. There are very. You did notice there were a lot of drag tracks
True, but like
as these people were being, some of them were stunned unconscious by the mind flayers, and some of them were.
I didn't know that. Then, to be fair.
Yeah. So there would be tracks you can follow. I'm not saying how long, you know, how likely it is that they would be still there, but I mean, it's something you can investigate. And I'm not trying to steer this in any direction. I have enough prepped. You can go anywhere.
Just as like a preamble, just as you know, like foreplay for the travel. I want to see if I could see where if I see any tracks that we might be able to follow.
I mean, there are lots of tracks leading to this elevator here. I'll shift ping. It's an elevator, not a elevator. That was another thing I made. I think there's another level down, and that is where the sort of breakthrough happened. This cave in that was triggered by the mind flayers and their creature.
So we would at least need to go to that level to see if I can see where.
Yes, you would.
Where we would need to begin with our journey. Okay.
I suppose
Players and their creature.
I don't suppose you have any of your arcane abilities that can, I don't know, charm a massive worm like that.
No, I don't deal with enchantment magic.
I mean, I'm pretty good at taming huge worms, but not in that way.
Yeah, I don't dabble in enchantment magic. It's a slippery slope.
So just to be clear, Robert, you've said that you're going to go and talk to the worm, right? Because you're a snake charmer, as it seems.
I don't know. Different kinds of snakes. Not that kind.
Look, I'll go with the consensus, but I don't think going back to the city is the answer.
I don't think we've heard from Erixium yet.
Erixium has stared down the blatantly health hazard shaft for the elevator, and I think while he did his watch over the long rest, he came to the realization he is one of the few people that can see in the dark. And the group is planning on going down tunnels.
Yeah, but we're going under the dark, so we'll be fine, because there's you're under the dark, so no dark there. We can all see, right?
Yeah.
Well, we don't. Do we know that for a fact, though?
No, it's gonna get darker the deeper you go. That's how gravity works. So he's kind of
luminescence in some caves.
Get close enough to the magma at the core. Magma.
So if it's a light source thing, I do believe. Ren can conjure light.
Ren can conjure fire. He can see in the dark himself because he has Philosopher's Stone.
I knew I should have taken blind fighting as my fighting style.
First time chat. There we go. Hey, welcome in Stix22. Thanks for joining us.
There you go. You asked me to bring in people.
Stix is from your channel, are they?
She's one of my Rust groupies.
All right, excellent. Welcome along, Stix.
Okay.
Yeah. So look, it's your call, guys. Feel free. I mean, you don't have to make the decision right now, but
Erixium,
you kind of do. The dome is gone. It's going to move the dome.
Quite legitimately a fork in the road. Erixium will go up to Mizelu.
I already have inspiration lumbering, Patty. Thanks.
Thanks for the sub, Paddy.
Subscribed this morning.
Appreciate you, buddy.
Yes.
And
Ran gets it.
I already got one off Shaq.
Give it to me, Paddy, if you want.
No, don't give it to Dave.
Well, Paddy and Dave do on their Saturday night is up to them.
Did anyone else hear Kate in the background go?
Yeah. Give it to me.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, so Rixium will go over to Mazzello and it'll say, Brother, is it at all convenient that we leave on this essential mission to re-signify our church's legitimacy? And while we are days travel away, Berethia is taken in chains.
It's definitely not. Let's put it this way. We both are very, very aware that if we'd have been there, they wouldn't have done it. But I have it on very good authority that she's going to be okay.
How did you gain this knowledge?
I spoke with him. I asked him. I said, will he keep her safe? And he said yes.
Hey, Shaq, thanks for the gift sub.
Thanks a million, buddy.
Donator guy.
We appreciate you. Yep. So you can give that gift sub to someone as well. So yeah, so that's interesting.
Nod. He won't doubt his brother that he was talking to God, because he talks to God all the time and gets answers consistently, positively. Do we venture into the darkness, or do we return to the temple and say the adamantine was taken by a giant purple worm and a colony of mind flayers, and we need reinforcements?
I mean,
that worm was afraid of something. It wasn't us.
I suppose at least we'd have done what they'd have asked us to do, which will hopefully show good faith, and they'll allow the church to carry on.
We have found evidence of what happened. If we stayed on here too long, who knows what could go on in the city.
Good point, exactly.
In chat.
This Matrosma, he's finding some sort of ball. I wouldn't put it past him at this point. Maybe this is where he's going to make use.
Deal with him.
He was the lord of where I came from, son. Ravensnock. To say me and him go way back. He set the dogs on my dad over a petty disagreement over the price of weaponry for the town guard. So yeah, it's personal. I know what kind of man this is. I don't trust him in a position of authority. Especially not if he's fucking relying on mind players.
As
long as we leave him, he's dangerous.
Brother. If you say we go back to town, we go back to town.
At least we'll be coming back with an idea of where to go. That's my logic. Sure, me and Robert can get that out of him.
Yes, I believe. I think we head back to town. Talk with the temple. See what happens there.
I might be able to get myself into the Arcanist district by the time we're back as well. Inquire in there for assistance.
Okay, so that will be 4 days travel back in good weather. It will be a lot longer in bad weather. So you know that will mean that the temple guard will be 4 days further away from you, and that Berethia should also be 4 days in the travel as well. So I just want to make sure. I'm not steering you in any direction. I just want to make sure everyone understands the consequences.
Dave, question for you: If I was
Hang on there, Joe had a question first, yeah.
If we were to attempt to intercept Guardian Berethia from a bunch of temple guards.
Well, it's not temple guards now, it's Kingsguard that have arrested her. Yeah.
Let's go with Kingsguard. If we were to attempt to intercept her, would we kind of be in the right place to do so, kind of, if we tried to meet them?
They are going directly away from you. So what I'm going to do is move it all over to the map of Sopherone. And I'll show you roughly, if they're not using magic, roughly where they would be. So lovely different music. So let's just say, you guys, I'm going to move you over there. I'll shift ping, so don't worry about moving stuff. So you're up in Artex here. We'll shift ping you here. So you're about here, right? So let's do a so if you think, Robert, with your knowledge, you should probably, you guys should see me drawing this now.
The map's still loading for me. It's
okay. No,
there's nothing showing up on the map. You might be on the wrong layer.
I'm on the right layer.
No, I mean Dave.
Came into me, yeah.
You can see it. Can you see me drawing?
See it on the screen, yeah.
Okay, cool.
As well.
All right, cool.
It's just
cool.
it's still blurry for me.
No worries. So this, I'm gonna trace out the route that you think they would probably take.
All I see is the purple circle.
Yeah, there's a circle, but there's no active drawing.
Oh, that was there ages ago.
Hmm.
Are you on the GM there, Dave?
Oh, on the token layer. That's weird. Let me refresh that there.
Oh yes, I see. Sopherone's big circle here.
Oh yes.
We're like here. They're going that way.
Zoomed in. Sorry.
Sorry. If you zoom
That's
in,
me
yeah,
drawing, by the way.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. That's pretty much where they're going. So, and you guys are up where the purple circle is. So
Yeah.
you would be heading back to Artax, and you would be trying to catch up to them. So unless you get some sort of magical option to travel incredibly fast.
Imagine having a wizard that's actually good and being able to do that.
Imagine I have the option to do that, but nobody will give me a teleportation circle.
I mean, they're not like they're Jesus Christ, they're not like they're closely guarded. So yeah,
for those.
So basically, the story is that if you go back to Artax, it's 4 days. You're 4 days behind the travel to Sopherone. If you can dream up a way to get you ahead of them, then you can certainly do that.
So just a couple of points of clarification. I think there might be crossed wires here. I originally thought we were only coming for we needed the adamantine. The adamantine was the important bit, and then it's the temple guard.
No, it's the temple guard is the important bit.
Right, I always personally thought it was the adamantine. I could have taken it up wrong. So
Yeah, okay.
we've discovered that the barbarians took the temple guard from further down and dragged them back up the hill, and they've been taken into this mine. Do we know for a fact they are alive or dead? Because we know that the barbarians have been affected by the mind flayers. Is that what Ren saw?
Yeah.
We believe the temple guard are alive or are dead? Alive.
Alive and being brought back to the Mind Flayer lair.
Right. And now we have children coming from a separate direction to the Mind Flayer lair.
To one of the Mind Flayer lairs. Not
One
necessarily.
of-
Not necessarily this one. But
Right.
you don't know.
Right. Okay.
The one person who almost definitely does know is in Artax. That's why Ren is so heavily on we need to go to Artax, because we'll find a map or something. We'll be able to find information.
So you would. It's conceivable, and I'm not trying to steer your decision. And Shakfi is right. I think not sharing your teleportation circle with a random wizard is the key to a long wizard's life, indeed. It is conceivable that you'll find information and possibly slavery in the Mind Flayer's lair. That could lead you to where the children are. There is that as well. It's up to you guys though. So if you also you the Two Brothers Grimm would know if you go back to Artex, you will definitely you will be dealing with people in the temple who will have replaced Berethia, who may not be as sympathetic to your...
Yeah, planned by Valda.
Well, possibly. Who knows?
Yeah, right. So, information as it stands. The temple. How long was the temple guard gone before we got here? Because it took days of travel and we didn't come immediately.
They could.
So we're saying they'd have another 4 days, but they could be 2 weeks ahead. And
you feel, if I'll tell you what, I'll get a group survival check.
Can I argue for advantage on that because of divisions?
Yes, I'll give you advantage on that because of divisions.
Before rolling, like, I don't think it could have been too long because we saw, like, this guy crawled back out. Like,
he wasn't just a temple guard though; he was a minor.
Yeah, but like the point was that they were still pulled out and stuff, and like there was barbarians still up here, and they won't wait around that long, really. I'm just saying, I don't think it was that long.
But 19, 20, 24, not 20 for survival.
I think it's hard to say because we
2 successes.
don't know like whether they're all being taken at the one time, you know, or being purposely released at different times.
There's 3 successes, 1 fail.
3 successes, 1 fail. You think with Ren's experience through the visions of how the Mind Flayers operate, they're not in a rush. They're never in a rush. You feel if you diced with taking shorter rests and possibly taking points of exhaustion, not many, that you could probably catch up to them if you knew where they're going and they were leaving tracks. My fucking music keeps stopping. If you guys, you think though, if you push it hard, they're carrying a lot of baggage from Ren's visions. Occasionally they act out and they have to be stunned back into submission by the Mind Flayers. So they're being dragged or levitated or whatever. There's a lot going on. It's conceivable that you could track them. They don't know anyone's coming after them.
Yes.
that changes things. Berethia isn't being held. She is going to Sopherone. She's being brought to Sopherone. That is where father is.
I wasn't here to say it when they said it, but it's conceivable.
Inconceivable.
Right. Time stop, time rewind. Erixium will change his statement to reset the quick save before the conversation with brother.
Yeah.
Right.
Perhaps we need to venture down and find out what's scaring this worm. Oh yeah.
You know as well as I do, brother, that the enemy of your enemy is a potential ally. Maybe if we can direct this worm towards the thing that we are chasing, then it may give us a bit of an advantage.
We're probably scarier than whatever's down there, so.
Oh, I love the confidence. I love it. Okay. So, and look, again, there's no issue. You guys can go wherever you want, but I just need to know that you've because there will be repercussions either way, and I don't want anyone further on down the story going, oh, we didn't know this. So we're all aware of the goings on. Yeah.
I think we should go down, but I trust in you to make the decision, brother.
I'm pretty sure we could use the Mind Flayers to find the other Mind Flayers if they're not from the same hive, and then.
Or we could end up as Mind Flayers ourselves.
I mean,
look, you won't even know if that happens. It'll be fine.
You will though, because like you still have. I think you still haven't down your memories. You just aren't the same person. Or something like that.
No, like when you're turned into a Mind Flayer,
Yeah.
then you know that's. Oh, well, maybe you do. I would imagine. It's a nice existence though. Like
I mean,
you're
like,
never
if
lonely.
you look at
You've
Baldur's
always
Gate
someone to
3,
talk to.
Never lonely, eat brains. I mean, what's not to
Brains. What's not to like?
You
Exactly.
never had a hot dog?
Tentacle faces. That's what
Rubber
fuck like.
shafts. What the fuck? What's going on in the
it
chat? We're
happens.
talking about rubber shafts. Anyway,
Tentacle face is just even more ways to grab someone.
No.
Yeah. Hey. Okay.
I mean,
So what's the crack?
Like, just think what making out of a tentacle phase is like. That must be great. Like,
Ah.
Okay. Yeah. Unless it's got little teeth in the end, which would be kind of painful. Anyway, so we digress massively.
kinky.
Are we all getting into the into the lift?
Nope. Proper
No?
wormhole.
Purple wormhole. Okay. Cool. No worries.
That's my fault. That elevator is definitely dropping.
Okay,
Don't
so,
say I didn't warn you when we all died down here.
You guys can move your. You guys can move your. So you're not investigating the temple guard then. You're just going on a different one.
There's a temple guard.
Yeah, you're supposed to be looking for the mission that you were sent
Oh.
on was to find the
I
temple
thought
guard
they
that
were
went
dragged.
missing.
Yeah,
I
but
thought they were dragged in.
Yeah,
I'll
that's what
take
I
a
thought.
look around to see.
They
if I
weren't
can
dragged
find
in the purple
traces of him.
wormhole. They were dragged in down in the next layer of the mines, where there was a cave in that Ren should have explained to you.
Ah,
I did explain that.
thanks, Ryan.
yeah, but did we not investigate the lift and determine it was
Nope.
rickety looking, but then the purple wormhole could be heard on the next level?
The purple wormhole, yeah. So, well, if you want to, if you guys want to move your tokens over here, the purple worm blasted out of this area here, and you can see there. If someone wants to move their token up to here, there is a massive shaft that just purple worm blast. Since it's not from behind me, there's a massive shaft here that it literally just free fell down.
That's an Underdark entrance, I'm assuming. Like what we've seen in other places.
You could jump down and find out.
I actually couldn't survive. I could polymorph into a flying creature, but I'm not going to.
There you go.
Actually, that's an idea. Fuck the purple wormhole. I could fly us down the elevator shaft and you wouldn't even need to step on it.
I mean, look, the elevator looks rickety, but it's functional. Like, the miners have been using it for years.
Also,
So-
Dave, I'm taking the grappling hook.
Yeah. Oh, I think Ryan took it already. Which one? Oh, no,
Did he?
that one there.
Not
Yeah,
that
yeah,
one, I
yeah,
didn't.
yeah,
I
you got
took
it.
the middle one, yeah.
Oh, well, if I could be mistaken, I thought we were advised against the lift shaft. That's what I was-
No, could have been my kind of devious description of it. But no one advised you against it.
Right.
Well, I think we're more likely to find our deaths in a purple wormhole than on a random elevator. But if we're so worried about the elevator, I can do something to get us down there.
Let's take the elevator, and then if there's a problem, I'm sure.
What kind of wizard doesn't know Featherfall?
I do know Featherfall, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Or I could just turn into a bird and fly us down. I can do that.
Well, I'm sure you'll be able to get us down.
Nobody likes to show off, Ryan. Jeez.
Fucking show off like yourself. And Rand's done water to himself. He's not happy about this in any way, shape, or form, but he's following the.
That was me.
I don't like that noise. The elevator just dropped.
No, that was me just going
No.
banning someone in the chat room. Feels good. Okay, so we're going into the lift. And look, please, I'm not trying to railroad you. I'm just letting you know. Now, you can get down the purple wormhole either, whatever works for you.
No, elevator.
It's your call. It's totally your call. Okay, elevator.
Verixium, I'm going in no purple wormhole. Don't even
Because,
think about it.
like, presumably, the purple wormhole will lead you to the Underdark as well. But I mean, it might not be the way to follow the tracks. But it's up to you. I'm prepared for all eventualities.
That was just my misinterpretation of multiple
No
factors.
worries.
So as we're getting on the lift shaft, Rixium pulls out his MP3 player and cues up Jamiroquai going deeper underground.
Nice. Okay. Here we go. So I'm gonna grab you all over. I'm gonna copy you, and we're gonna move to the next turn. The next level of the mine. Zip zap, skibbity bap. You should be there. Are you? No, you're not. So you pop out here. Paste.
You shift thing? No, we're not there.
Shift pinging out 1 second when I get you out onto the token layer. Where is my world? There you go. So shift ping. Boop. And as you come into, don't move your tokens yet. As you enter into this rickety old lift, Eryxium, you begin to crank this handle down, and sometimes you find there's one or two teeth missing in it, so it kind of slips and moves down with a kind of a heavy kind of a jud. Or a thud, and you kind of feel yourself almost like turbulence dropping like 5 feet, and then you kind of grab it again, and you just moving along. Eventually, for about it, you kind of scuttle down through 100 feet of shaft before you and it's pitch black down here before you arrive out. Now you can put yourselves on any side of this lift. That should you wish. So wherever you want to get out is up to you.
Do I recognize any of the tunnels?
Give me a history check, please.
Go. Where's my old hunting off from? History.
You can roll with advantage.
Yep.
Because you have
knowledge. And it should be rolling now, if it'll work.
Oh, not 20 for yes. This is the way that leads to the cave-in.
And then that would have been the way that Ren would have probably got off.
This is the way.
Yeah.
Shift ping.
You do not know the way.
This is
do you know
cave-in. Cave-in's this way, guys.
You are not our queen. Okay. Yeah, so we'd have got off that side then.
Okay. Are we stealthing? Are we being quiet? What's the story?
They have a few days head start. I don't think this is huge.
Can you see, Ren?
I can. Not as good as your brother, but I can see. And I mean, if people would probably have noticed this at this point, but whenever Ren's in total darkness, his eyes start, instead of the purplish normal colour they have, they take on that golden glow that he gets when he starts to use magic, just like a bit fainter. This is transmuter stone gives him dark vision.
Okay, good to know. Good to know. So you're moving along then. Feel free to move along as you enter this layer of the mine. There is a kind of an eerie breeze that is almost like this plaintive moaning sound as the wind from whatever point in the surface has made its way down and traveled through all of these caves and tunnels in the Underdark. You find yourself sort of almost looking around to trying to determine where it's come from. You can see these sort of darkened and purple and red and dark green crystals, all natural, are sort of decorate the edge of these corridors and cave systems. They're definitely not precious or semi-precious. They look pretty, but that's about it. So feel free to move your tokens as you wish. But yeah, it's quite dark. Eryxium, you're in the lead. You can see fairly well ahead of yourself there.
I don't think it's possible to stealth when you're made of armor.
I'm gonna have Scales just grab my shoulder so they don't have to light their tail, and just lead them through as well.
Okay.
And Robert
So
got
until
Ren's
anything
advice, did he?
Yeah. No, Ren's out fairly quickly. Which way it's...
Poor Robert is... Oh, look, Robert, I'm gonna move you guys over. Does somebody want to strike up a torch? Because they can if you want, for Robert. Robert's beside Ren now.
I'll just start a chain and I'll have Scales grab my shoulder and then Robert can grab Scales' because we're trying to go through it quietly, right?
No worries. Yeah, cool. Are you going? Sorry, did you say you're going quietly? Do we want stealth checks or not?
Are we going quietly or are we just stomping through?
People are being quiet. I'll be quiet, but Ren doesn't really see the point as of immediately.
Okay,
I'll be
then,
quiet,
yeah.
but very visible.
Alright, light your torches then, let's go.
Okay,
Is there...
So if you want to drag a torch in from the from the thing, yeah, great. Yeah. So as you light it up, Eryxium, and Mizelu, Orixium, as soon as the torch lights, you are the first to see. Actually, you're the first to feel this. And I want everyone to stop where they are as you feel
Dungeon crawl.
60 feet. Sorry, let me just click linger there, like the cranberries. There we go. Sorry, it should come from the front of him there, shouldn't it?
Wouldn't Ericsson have a much higher vision as well? Like, they're not more than 60 feet, like 120.
He would, yeah, but these things are high in the roof and have been hiding. As I am going to move. Give me 1 second now. Right to my thing there. And let's just do that. And we're going to move to token layer. As two of these robed mind flayer creatures just begin to just levitate down from the ceiling, and you can see now, Rixium, it's the light that has sort of attracted their attention, and you just look into these sort of dead sort of egg-shaped eyes. It's sort of just pure black. There's a kind of a wet film over them, and they look down, but you just feel this boom, stunning blast. As I'm going to ask everyone within the 60-foot thing to see if they can deal with a mind blast. The mind flayer magically emits psychic energy in a 60-foot cone. Creature must succeed in a DC intelligence saving throw. Ryan, what the fuck? A DC 15 intelligence saving throw, or take 24 points of psychic damage and be stunned for a minute. Ren, you've made it. Ryan, you've made it.
I just want to say, of my first 4 rolls of this game tonight, I've rolled 3 nat 20s.
We're fucked.
What have you done?
This is gonna backstab us somehow.
I fucking clicked the switch. That's what I did.
I wish you'd send that to me. Erixium, yeah.
24 Spellguard Shield.
Sorry.
Oh, yes, the Spellguard Shield. And it's a Spellguard Shield that saves you from this. You feel that psychic energy coming, but the Spellguard Shield thrums, and you just throw it up. Now, is that against spells or effects?
Spells and other magical effects.
Mind Blast. This is a psionic effect.
It's not really magic.
I'm happy to say it's magic. Yeah. You're going to need it where you're going. Yeah, you throw it. It's almost like the Spellguard Shield reacts before you do. It thrums and you throw it up. And yeah, you manage to save. I need everyone to give me, before I check my turn order. Yeah, I need everyone to roll initiative, please. As you have 2 mind flayers.
Bastard. Hopefully my audio is better, by the way, guys. I've messed with settings and should sound it.
It's after going bananas now.
Has it?
Yeah, it's
I don't know what's happening. Like
You're very loud. You can turn it down. Yeah, that's gone. Make sure your noise cancellation is switched on to medium in Zoom.
Nah, that's what should be on.
You need to be logged into Zoom, by the way, for that to happen. Okay, first off, fuck this music. Let's go for some fucking. Do you know what? I'm gonna go for battle music. Let's go for Witch Mountain. I'm a bit of a fan of that. Make sure the other thing is off. Actually, give me it's going there. I'll just turn Lost Mine now. Okay, as these 2 things, so I'm going to reorder the turn order. Descending. Dupe. So, fucking hell, Robert. With a 23.16, you are up first.
The
paltry. Yep.
I rolled pretty low on that. I think I rolled 15. So.
Oh, sorry. What was the DC? Let's just see. I threw it up there.
Is that better, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah,
DC is 15.
I put my game the wrong way.
DC is 15.
No. I rolled pretty low.
You have a 23.16 as I see it.
Yeah, that is pretty low.
Okay, cool. So let's get the show on the road then, buddy. So with a 23.16, you're top of the turn order. What would you like to do?
Well, considering I can't see anything, I don't see anything.
Yeah. No, you don't. The paltry light cast by your torch is not good enough. You do know there is something up ahead. Orixium shouting back to Mizelu about the dangers that are sort of levitating or flying close to the roof.
Okay. In that case, I will speak a command word.
Okay.
No. Instead,
Oh.
I'll take the dodge action.
Sometimes the music goes louder, and I think it lowers the volume of the players.
I'll
That's weird.
I'll take the dodge action, but I'll move. To which side are these?
I've turned it
things?
down. You're gonna take the dodge action. Sorry, and say again. They are up ahead of you to the northeast.
Okay. I'll move like that.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'll dash with my bonus action. Get right up to
People
here.
See that lingering thing.
Okay, I can see them now at least. And then when I get here, I'll take the dodge action.
Okay, you can take the dodge action. Would you like to do anything with your bonus action?
I use it to dash.
Okay, no worries. Thanks for the steer on that, guys, in chat. We appreciate you. Because I'm listening to Roll20 and Zoom. I'm not listening to the output there. Paddy, Lumberman Paddy says, Mind Flayers, my mother-in-law wouldn't have anything for them to flay. Very good. Moving on then, Robert, that's it for you. This Mind Flayer here is going to look down and let's just see if it can read. Erixium, can you roll me a d6 and see if it recharges its Mind Blast on a 5 or 6? 2, it does not. So we're going to go for spells. I think it's currently concentrating on Levitate, so we won't. I think it's going to move. Will we go for Extract Brain or Tentacles? Okay, so it's going to drift down. No, will Detect Thoughts, Levitate, Dominate Monster. Will Dominate Monster work in you?
Don't think so. We're not monsters. Well, I mean, maybe
A creature that you can see within
Speak for
range.
yourself.
You attempt to beguile a creature that you can see within range and must succeed in the wisdom. So it says a creature. It's going to drop a Dominate Monster, which is an 8th level spell, and it's going to throw that at Erixium.
Isn't that specifically different than Dominate Person though? Like for the effect of Dominate the monster.
I would argue that given it's a level 8 spell, you can dominate whoever the fuck you want. Like that because it's level 8, like it supersedes a Dominate Person. And it specifies a creature you can see within range. You are creatures.
Not a humanoid or anything. So yeah, you're good.
What I'm gonna actually say is I'm gonna retcon that because it's concentration, and it is these creatures are vastly superior when it comes to intelligence than I am. So it's currently concentrating on Levitate. So it's just going to levitate down to Erixium, and it's just gonna try and eat your brain, buddy. So it's gonna make 2 attacks with its.
Should have done the spell. Would have been funnier.
Gonna make 2 attacks with the tentacles. Boop boop.
Dave, when you get a chance, can you give me access to scale the sheet so I can run them in combat?
Yeah, 1 second. That's 2 hits. I'm gonna do that now.
One of those hits a
Scales.
crit.
Yeah, give me 1 second now. It's gonna give Carrick access to scales. Do. Where the fuck are you? Doot. Can be controlled by Ren. There you go.
Somebody
There you
needs
go.
to take Dark as well.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'll do that in a minute. I just want to keep the momentum going here.
My
Tentacles.
best check.
So that's a 19 to hit. Does that hit?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. Then not 20 for a 27. Does that hit?
Unfortunately.
Okay, here we go. Here's the damage plus the psychic damage. So you're going to take 34 points of psychic damage. If you're medium or smaller, you're grappled. The escape is DC 15, and you must succeed in a DC 15 intelligence saving throw or be stunned until the grapple ends. I will say that it is a magical effect. While I do that, I will go over and take Darak. Who's taking Darak? At least it's usually Ryan, isn't it?
Yeah, I can't move his token.
I'll give you access to him now.
Oh no, 24. Yeah, good. And
Okay, now-
D1 hundo for your crit.
That's a nat
Yep.
20 as well, Stephen. We're all on them
Second
tonight.
now. Okay, so slash or D100 boop. So what have we got here? We've got a 59. 1 second.
That's a melee attack, is it?
Yeah, it's a melee attack. He's open your grill. I'll describe what happens now. I just want to see. Attempt to disarm, so he can take the disarm action after the attack. So basically, he just floats down, almost like Magneto style, the arms wide, and you just see these tentacles flapping and jiggling, almost as if each one is a different entity, and it's starving and hungering for your brain. And as it sort of levitates down, it just wraps its arms. 2 arms grab your shoulders, and the tentacles rip over your face, and you can feel now this heavy suction the end of each tentacle, almost like pulling lumps out of your I saw those eyebrows, Robert, almost pulling lumps out of your the skin in your face. And this one particularly hurts. So yeah, you take 34 points of psychic damage, and you are currently grappled. You're not stunned because I do believe you made that save. So you're going to have to deal with that grapple, but that's all it's going to do. Mazzello, you're up, buddy.
It's actually Scales, because Scales rolled 20.
So do I have to roll again? So I have to just sort the turn order again. Yeah. Descending, Robert. Mind Flayer. Sackley, what are you up to?
Yeah, Scales is going to... No.
Get in there, gang. He's dead right.
Yeah, Scales is going to rage, and then just kind of run all the way up to where Robert is, essentially.
Okay. As Scales enters his super calm rage, you can see the Ancestral Guardians pop out again. And, yeah, they are pissed. Not pissed, sorry. They are super calm. Sorry, I'm thinking of the other Mind Flayer here. Yeah, they are super calm.
I'm going to move that torch because it's in the way. I'll have Scales... Why is that not open?
This is good inspiration points for a resident hentai artist.
Scales is going to chuck a vicious javelin at
a vicious javelin. Okay, I love
20
it.
20 to hit.
20 to hit on the Mind Flayer. Let me check their AC. 20 to hit. Is a hit. Their AC is 15. Not great.
6 points piercing.
6 points of piercing against the one against Eryxium.
And the one that's Eryxium, yeah.
Yeah, -6. Okay, it sails through and just through the shoulder. You hear this wet squelching sound as it just goes right through. It kind of looks down, you see the tentacles jiggle, but it's almost like, if you can imagine, like just kind of shoving a nail through a piece of liver. It just slips through, and there's a wet sloshing sound. It's through and through.
26 for another one.
26 for another 6 points of damage. Yeah, again, this one almost follows it through the same hole, and you can see now just this kind of purple viscera begin to just spurt out from the shoulder. It looks down, and it kind of looks at Scales, and it points. It kind of mutters these unintelligible noises.
That is Scales' turn.
Okay, moving on from Scales, we've got this Mind Flayer then, who is going to look at Scales, and it's going to use its own Dominate monster.
Scales won't bother to save that.
Here we go. So here comes our Dominate. We throw in Dominate monster again. Boop. You attempt to beguile a creature you can see when arranged must succeed in a Wisdom saving throw. It will be charmed by you for the duration. If you or the creatures that are friendly to it are fighting it, it has advantage on the saving throw. So if you or the creatures that are friendly to you are fighting,
basically you have advantage on the saving throw because you're in combat.
While the creature is charmed, you have a telepathic link, but as long as the two of you are on the same plane of existence, you can use a telepathic link to issue commands to the creature, which it does its best to obey. You can specify a simple and general course of action, such as attack that creature or run over there. That's exactly what it's going to do. The creature completes an order. Let's get the save anyway, yeah.
Well, as the Mind Flayer reaches out, Scales cannot be charmed, regardless of the double nat 20 on the wisdom.
You made me waste them.
I was trying to tell you not to roll that.
Sorry.
Because friendly creatures within 10 feet of Eryxium cannot be charmed while he is conscious.
Does that include
The
Eryxium?
Platinum Dragon protects them.
That is insane. What does that look like, my dude? That's a fucking 8th level spell, Stephen. An 8th level spell. What does this look like? Because it fucking has to look good.
I think it's blatant. Like the Mind Flayer reaches its hand out and all its tentacles follow the line of its hand, and as it twists it to try and dominate, just a radiant platinum pulse that blows it back, and like, not today.
Not today. Okay, I love it, love it, love it. They are very upset by that. Let me just, there we go, get rid of that. Well, I mean, if you could discern their emotions, they are very upset by that. But that's it was on the ground. Sorry, no, it was. Let me just see. Sonics, Dominate monster, plane shift. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna say. I can innately cast falling spells at will. Yeah, so I think it does drop a little bit, but it just sort of recasts levitate, and but it will land on the ground. It's not going to take falling damage. We're going to move on to Mazelli though. Poor Will, yeah, fire at will indeed. Maybe also a very faint but silent dragon growl is sounded. That tentacle is deflected by the radiant pulse. Nice.
I'm gonna run up to there, and our good friends, the Platinum Dragons, are gonna come out as I do Spirit Guardians.
Spirit Guardians, stick on an aura there for me, buddy. As yeah, these Platinum, they're kind of like armored Platinum Dragons or Dragonborns, right?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and they all kind of march out again. Again, they do have that scar, that same scar down the eye that you have there as well. But can you make something maybe a little bit of a less sort of opaque color, if that's possible?
I can try.
Oh no, it does. It's based on your color there. That's fine. Don't worry about it. So moving on, is there anything else you'd like to do? The bonus action then?
Should I leave it on or should I take
it
off?
Leave it on. Leave it on. It's fine. Yeah.
Go to your cog, your gear cog on your card. Click your token, and then you get the gear and the circle. Click the gear. Scroll down to the token settings of auras at the bottom. Set your distance and shape, and then you can change your tint color.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah. Right, so 15.
Leave it to our resident paladin Auramancer.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
No,
so you can change that. That's much better. Thanks so much for that.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so they just start just kind of whirling around now, blades and shields slashing and thrashing, as these creatures kind of look around now, and you can see they seem to be sort of looking at each other, maybe communicating psychically. Nothing else for your bonus action?
No, that's it for me. As a free action, I will draw my hammer out.
No problem. Darak.
Who's playing Darak?
Oh, that's me. Sorry. I
Yep.
forgot.
That's all good.
Okay. Darak is too far back because he's a short ass. It's funny, isn't it, how the shortest person in our party is paid by the tallest person that we have. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Is Johnny the tallest?
I think he's like
Johnny's
6'4",
tall.
6'5"
Johnny looks tall.
Really?
He looks real tall to me. Yeah.
I've never seen him stand up.
I'm only 6 foot.
I'm 6 foot. Yeah.
Okay, what's he got long distance? Sorry.
Don't you fucking dare.
Alright, I won't.
Not you. I'm talking to fucking smart arse behind me there.
She's trying to take you out for being a short king.
No, dude. I fucking we were at a hospital recently for one of Kate's appointments, and there's been a running thing where I've measured my height at 5'10", and we went and found a fucking thing where you stand by it, and it's a medical measurement, and I clocked in at 5'10", and then she still says I'm 5'9". Not that if
Were you wearing your shoes?
No, I actually took them off. I don't
know, Dave. You look 5'9".
It was not wearing docs, you bitch.
You look
5'9". Anyway,
Dave.
you're some fucking bollocks, you are.
Stephen, what do you think?
Okay, cool. Let's go. Let's get back to the game. Let's get back to the important thing. Small creature. Kate's 5'1". Anyway, I always feel tall around her. So okay, cool. So Darak, what's Darak up to?
Look, if it ain't broke, why fix it? Can I get a wisdom charisma save? Sorry.
Oh, we're going for a little banishment.
Yeah.
They're not native to this time.
Okay. Charisma +3. Oh, sorry, the saving throw is +6. So here we go. We got any? Oh, they've got magic resistance, so it's got advantage in saving throws against spells and other magical effects.
That's illegal. You're not allowed to do
look
that.
at that. Magic resistance. Mind flares, advantage on saving throws and against spells and other magical effects. It's perfectly legal. Here we go. Zip zap skibbity bap. Oh shit! Let's take the first roll. That's a 24.
God fucking damn it!
How does that feel?
Horrible.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what she said.
Kings all round to Shaku. You better believe it, buddy. You better believe it.
You're doing it wrong.
That's it for Darak then, yeah.
Okay, Darak, Ren, you're up. What have you got, my friend?
30 feet beside Darak. Ren is going
Yeah.
to. Where's that? LG. Sorry, my sheet got ticked off. Then I'm going to get something done here. Oh, I don't have the preps. No. That's not good. Fuck it, then I will hit them with. Actually, I'm going to hit Erixium with haste.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck these guys.
Oh fuck. Okay. So let me just see how many counter spells they have here. That'll be none. So yeah, that takes effect. What does it look like?
I would have just counterspelled their counterspell, so it's fine. But yeah, Ren just kind of reaches out into the weave as he always does. But this time it looks a little bit different as he kind of pulls it up. It's like invisible, like golden strands, and slams it back down and kind of whiplashes through the air, not damaging anyone. And then just a magic circle rips open beneath Eryxium, and then it's just kind of like
nice. Okay.
Like it's like speed lines just start kind of going around up in like golden light, and it goes fast.
Okay, Eryxium, you feel that familiar sensation of the haste spell, and how many times has that been casting you now?
4.
I think it's 3 or 4, yeah.
3 or 4.
Yeah, I've been counting it for 4.
Okay. I'm not going to say it has effects, but it might have effects.
That's arcane cocaine.
Yeah,
it's arcane cocaine, exactly. Okay, let's go. So you are now hasted. And up next, Eryxium, what have you got? Sorry, Ren, is there anything else?
I don't get bonus actions.
Whip.
This is more of like a flavor thing, but can I like use my bonus action to like any telepathic links that I have at the moment, or like things to just do my best to kind of like pull that back into myself? Just so like my mind isn't left
flavor-wise, you can. But if they want to crawl into your little brain, they will certainly do that. But
that's fine. But like Ren
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Faints, like
picking up what you're putting down there, buddy.
I don't want to get possessed by mind flayer.
As you feel that haste begin to take effect now, that's surging through your body. Again, the way I describe it is you don't feel sped up, but everything else seems to slow down, almost like you're cheating. It just feels weird. It's great though.
Oh yeah, as the tentacles and drool flinging around his face come to a slow, he's gonna take his platinum longsword and attempt to turn this mind flayer into mind flayed. He'll go for his first attack. First attack
is a 14 to hit. It is unfortunately not. It's a 15 AC.
Too fast. I was on that 20 on the other side. God damn it. I'll go again.
I believe haste gives you advantage.
16.
No.
16. Oh, okay. 16 is a hit.
So that'll be 11 points of damage to
11 points of damage. It's going to take that, and you see now the blade just sliced through again with this wet, sloughing, sickening sound. Almost like you've just got this hot knife through butter, and it goes right through. It seems to react, but makes no sound. You imagine it's sort of psychically screaming.
And then he'll do it again. Haste. That's another nat 20 on the other side.
Get the fuck out of here. That's
Don't
mad.
you crit on a 9?
Only when it's hexed, and I don't have a hex. So that's another 12 points of damage to that one.
Another 12 points of damage, another solid hit. Yes, you just drive the blade through. It does seem to dodge with the levitate going on, and you find the blade pierces through the side of the hip there, through that wet flesh, and you see it actually cuts the thing's belt, and the robes begin to just kind of flop out a little bit. Anything else for you? Hasted attack.
That was the third one.
Oh, that was the third one. Okay.
No, that will do.
Okay, Robert, you're up, buddy.
Robert, since I can finally get close to these things, and they did not attack me in my turn. Yay, lucky me. Robert will step right up to this dude.
Step right up.
Can I try to get behind him for flanking?
Sure. He's 10 feet in the air though.
You can reach.
I mean, if Eryxium can reach, yeah, he's still.
Didn't he come down to?
Well, yeah, but he was above him. It's just for flavor. You have reach.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry about
that. Okay. Is it gonna affect the advantage? Can I still?
No, I'm happy to give it to you. I'm happy to give it to you. This isn't a very serious fight.
Stab him in the feet.
That's not reassuring.
It's just a taster.
It's the worm next. That's the serious part.
Yeah, it's just a taster.
Just stab him in the toes.
I'm not gonna stab him with
mind flayers aren't serious. No, they're not.
The rapier, because I don't know how resistant these guys are to
pokey
to my non-magical rapier. So
right, okay, excellent. Let me find out.
Vicious dagger. I have 3 different kinds of daggers. Yes.
Pew pew pew.
Dagger.
I'll have a fourth if we ever turn our tooth into a
Shark
dagger,
Fu says
but
it's the
anyway.
worm. Shark Fu says it's the worm next. It's the worm next at this. What is it? It's the worm next. That's the serious part. Is my pickup line. Surprised Robert didn't know that. Sorry, Robert. Go on ahead.
Coming at you like Cleopatra, as you would say.
Yeah, come at you like
A
Cleopatra.
dirty 20.
Dirty 20 is going to hit.
Oh wait, that's
Okay,
not
yeah.
an advantage. That's not an advantage.
Alright, so let's see if you get the crit. Okay, so it's a 20 for 24.
Vicious dagger piercing damage.
Oh, Robert, as you sneak up, you launch yourself into the air, wrap your arm around this creature, and you see one or two of these tentacles just latch on onto your exposed forearm and just begin to sucker incredibly hard. But then you just sort of reach around. I'm using all the terms tonight. Reach around and just draw your dagger and cut them. And you just fall to the ground, just clutching like 4 of these 8 tentacles. You can see now that this pink fluid begin to just pump out of the tentacles that you're holding. And this thing again, it reacts as if screaming, but there's no sound. And more of this pink and purple fluid begins to just shoot out from these these shortened and severed stumps that were once tentacles. That hurt.
Bonus action, anything? Let's see.
It looks pissed.
I moved like that. I'll
Yeah.
bonus action disengage.
Okay, lovely. All right. Okay, moving on. It's this Mind Flayer here. The one here. It is going to try and recharge its. I'm going to roll the d6 for this. It's going to try and recharge its Mind Blast.
Very
Boop.
quickly.
Yeah.
I forgot to give you the damage for it when I did Spirit Guardians, and it also now takes it again at the start of its turn because it's in my area.
Okay, so they're always in your area.
Well, he needs to make the save anyway.
Who
yes.
charged me on Mind Blast?
Okay, cool. So it needs to make a save. It's a Wisdom saving throw. It has advantage. This was so. It doesn't have to make the first save until it starts its turn, which is now.
Yes.
No,
Yes.
it's an effect.
Throw it in there.
I did, but I can do it again. Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, please.
It's when it first enters the area, and then when it starts its turn on the area.
Yeah, but it only takes damage on the start of its turn. It doesn't take when it appears.
But we'll
When it
stick it
first
in there, and
enters the
we'll Mind Blast is what I call it.
Right. So when the creature enters the area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there.
If it
So
enters
me
it on a
casting it
turn,
is it's on its first turn.
Yeah,
Like
it doesn't
enters
specify
it.
its turn. It's on a turn.
okay.
It's the same way. It's the same way you can sneak attack once per turn. It doesn't say once per your turn. That's why you can sneak attack on every action.
Okay. I'm happy for that. Let's so that'll be the rule for going forward. I'm sure it always was the rule. But that's cool. So here comes this save at advantage.
So 2 wisdom share.
First one is a 20.
Yeah, that's saves. So he takes half the damage, which was he takes 7.
Okay. Jesus
Radiant.
Christ, lads.
Get down the way.
Second save. It does. I don't think it matters if he makes this because he's fucked. Here comes the second one. Wisdom plus 6. That's a 23. Another 7.
Yeah.
How does this thing meet its end?
So this is the one attacking Eryxium, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So as he's got Eryxium grappled, as the Dragonborns are just moving around me in a complete circle. As each one goes past them, they're just stabbing him with the spear they have, and they keep going as a mix all the way around until they're all giving a stab into it.
Okay. Nice. Because this is what was going to happen next.
Yeah.
Would have been 62 piercing, and you would
It
have.
can only be used on an incapacitated humanoid.
1 second now. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. So he would have. Sorry. Yeah. He would have kept. Yeah. Sorry. He was going to go with his. If you're stunned, you're incapacitated, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he was going to go with his effect that I'd recharged, and then hopefully the next round he was going to hit you with an extract brain. But look at, he's dead. So he's had his own brain extracted, face
Anyway.
off. Anyway, so that's the end of his turn. Let's move him to the turn order. Scales, you're up. Sackley.
Sacre Bleu is going to go up to this mind player.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to start swinging the turtle mace.
Okay, roll to hit.
1 second here. I have the wrong character sheet open. And boom. That is turtle.
Oh, and Shaq Fu says, lest we forget, pull his dick and twist it.
Grab his dick and twist it.
Oh, wow.
That's 26, which is a nat 20. Oh, no, it's not. It's 17.
It's 17.
Yeah, and then it's for 15 points.
15 points of damage. Ouch, that hurts it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just a
10.
wet, sickening thud and a squelch as this. Sorry, minus what is it? 15? Yeah, wet, sickening thud.
And then minus another 10.
Minus another 10. Yeah, and it's almost like just almost like slamming a sort of a pool noodle against a mattress. It doesn't seem to be having a lot of effect.
It's magical.
It just. Yeah, well, that's fine. It's still, you know, it hurts. But yeah, that's all I get. That's the first thing I can think of, Joe. Is that it for Scales?
Bonus action.
We broke Joe. We just broke Joe.
Attack. Actually, Scales is not on strike. I forgot about that. That's a sickle.
I don't know. Sickle. That's a 27 to hit. That's going to hit for another 4 points of slashing. Okay, minus 4. So what was the second attack? It was 10.
Yeah, so it's.
I forgot to remove that. Okay, cool. All right.
29 points total.
Yeah, I've got that. Is there anything else for Scales? As that sickle comes across, when the Viagra don't kick in, be like, what the fuck, Dave? Slamming a pool noodle against a mattress. That's all I can think of, buddy. Just to try to just like thick, wet thuds. Yeah. Okay, slamming a pool noodle against a wet mattress. Say again?
So the ancestral protectors, so they're going to be harried. So as disadvantage on any attack roll, it's not against Scales, and when the target hits a creature other than Scales with an attack, the creature has resistance to damage dealt by the attack.
That's perfectly cool. That doesn't matter because it hasn't used its Mind Blast yet, which it's going to do now. Sorry, 1 second now. It comes from the front.
Sorry, Jimmy Neutron.
Sorry, yes. Where are we going?
Oh, wisdom save. He's on the ground, right?
He is on the ground.
I just remembered he was on the ground. I thought he was up at the top.
Okay, he's got advantage on this. Here comes. +6. How can he fucking fail this? That's a 19.
The 19? Oh, okay. He passes. He takes 7.
Minus 7 points of damage. He's still there, and he's gonna blast his. Mind Blast. Blast. Mind Blast. Boop. Zip zap. Skibbity bap. So, again, you all feel this like heavy boom as this concussive psychic blast hits you all. Scales, Mazzello, Rixium need a DC 15 intelligence saving throw, or take.
Would that catch me?
Or you? Oh, let's just see. Let's find out. Actually, yeah, that's a good call.
I think it would. I mean, the walls would kind of block dark, maybe, but me, I'd say I'd get it.
Hold on now. I might be able to get if you move your orange one there out of there. I'll be able to tell now. Get rid of your cone there, Ren.
It should be gone.
I can still see it.
It's gone on mine.
Okay, cool. I think so. That's 60 there, and it should linger. So yeah, I will get Derek and Ren. That's nice. Thanks, buddy. Cool. So everyone's gonna DC 15 saving throw, or you're gonna take 22 or 23. You're gonna take 23 points of psychic damage and be stunned for a minute if you fail it. The Merixium again, that spell shield. You throw it up there. Teacher, you didn't give us any homework.
Oh, sorry, that's wisdom, not intelligence.
It's intelligence that we need, lads.
Can I just add the plus? I have the +3 to that. It's the same roll, just +3.
Yeah, you can take the first roll. That's fine.
Yeah. So it's
Scales, Robert, and Mazzello all got a +4 to the roll.
I don't think.
Doesn't matter.
I have the card.
Okay, who made it? Who failed it?
I'm rolling Scales now.
So Mazzello has failed it.
Yep.
Let's see what Scales is doing.
Don't forget to roll for Derek.
Right?
Don't forget to roll for Derek. Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah. There's 23 points, right?
Scales is 18, so it's fine.
Derek fails.
Scales 18. Oh yeah, because of the thing. Fuck, I was hoping to get Scales with that. Oh, you're still going to take half the damage.
It doesn't say anything about taking half damage.
I was hoping to kill Scales. Shit.
Each creature there say so creature that repeats it. Oh, that's fair enough.
Yeah. To save her suck, I think.
Okay. Alright then, that's fair enough, yeah. I can't argue against that, so that's fair enough. Yeah, so cool. So Mazzella, you've taken the damage?
Yeah, 23, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You are now stunned until the end of the Mind Flayer's turn.
Does stunned end concentration?
Yes.
Yes.
Then that's gone.
Is there anything you can do with a bonus action? Zips up, skibbity bop. Detect thoughts.
Yeah, delete that now.
That's okay. Okay, that's all I can do. Mazzella, you're up. There's nothing you can do, nothing. So we're up to Darak. What have you got?
Derek's stunned as well.
Okay. No, Darak
failed.
Can do nothing. Ran, you're up.
Cool. How is this guy looking?
Better than the one that's dead.
But like marginally better? Or?
I mean, I'd say on a scale of 71, he's at 39.
I mean, I'm probably not going to kill it outright with this, but fuck it. We're going to do it.
What have you got? You going to fireball him?
No. Not hit everybody else. That's a bit of a... Oh.
What? How very
sorry.
unwizard-like of you.
What are you casting, a firebolt?
No. Bit bigger. This is taking ages to roll.
That's right. Okay, chromatic orb.
That is going to be 22 points of fire damage.
So that's just an attack. So 22 points of damage. Yeah, you can see now it engulfs it in this orb of flame. And again, Mazzella, if you were not stunned, it doesn't have to make a concentration check because you're just stunned. So yeah, you can see it begins to cook, and all these blisters and boils begin to just appear on this sort of this glistening wet head of it. Of this Mind Flayer, and it again, the tentacles just all kind of react, but it doesn't make any sound. It kind of looks at its dead companion. You can see its head looks behind it. It is considering fleeing. But if that's it for Ren.
It is not it for Ren. Ren's going to move 5, 10, 15, 20 to there. And basically, yeah, just for flavor, how that attack kind of works is Ren actually just reaches his hand out towards Robert's torch. He's not extinguishing it, but he's taking like a goblet of fire off it. And he flicks it into the Mind Flayer, like as it like turns its head to kind of reach towards Mazzella or something.
That's pretty cool.
Catch him right under the jaw.
Okay, yeah, as it hurls by, yeah, you can see that now. And Robert, for a second, your torch just begins to dim slightly, but then the oxygen from the breeze and the wind through this mine just breathe more life into it. Then, and but you just see this underhanded throw, almost like he's just bowling, and this ball of fire just begins to just erupt around this Mind Flayer. If that's it for you, Rixium.
Hopefully there's no weird gas down here.
Excuse me. Rixium, who is no longer grappled and
no, Dave, shush.
Sorry, Rixium, go ahead. No longer grappled, no longer stunned, or was never stunned.
Yeah, grappled, and it will go super speed behind the Mind Flayer, who I believe is concentrating on Scales or being...
Oh yes, you would definitely get the advantage then.
Yeah, so attack numero uno.
Okay. How to hit, my friend?
28 for 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. Okay, yeah, as you just drive this longsword through, it goes through and through, somewhere around the stomach. You have no idea where the vital organs are in these creatures, but yeah, that blade goes through, you twist it and pull it out. Again, it does seem to react physically to the pain, but not audibly.
Well, let's go again. Do you bleed? 26
for 13. Rixium, how do you finish this creature?
I think as he's on his internal search for organs and the sword goes in a second time, feeling it's as he plunges his blade in, he realizes he's hit something important as the whole body lurches and he takes the weight of the sword and he'll just lift it and bisect it.
Nice. Do you know what to say? Internal Search for Organs is my favourite Carcass song. Yeah, as you draw it in, you just lift this this blade up, and it just slices through. You can see now it's quite odd. It doesn't look like there are bones to speak of, but maybe
cartilage,
just cartilage and harder pieces of whatever sort of glue hold this thing together. And yeah, it just drops aside. Some of the tentacles are still kind of flickering and twitching now as it lies in the ground. That is a fucking serious drop. As a platinum dragon line to finish it. Says Shakur.
Nah.
Nice. So with that out of the way, these two creatures lie absolutely destroyed in the ground. And I think that is a good place to take our break. So we might ask our Technomancer to throw on the old break reel, and we will see you soon, guys. Thanks so much. It's great to be back. It's great to be not lagging, and we love you all. We'll see you in maybe 5 or 10 minutes.
I've been very lucky this last week of streaming because we had obviously the bank holiday as well. I don't think there's been a day of streaming where I haven't had at least 4 or 5 followers.
That's awesome, and that's a great way to return to being live right here on the Emerald Collective Twitch. And if you Grant, and if you don't already follow D-Range Rhino over on Twitch, what the fuck are you doing? Go over and give him a follow. I do believe he's popping up there on our stream elements. Gonna think, yeah, there you go. Look at that. Please consider giving our friend Ryan a follow over at twitch.tv for us at D-Range Rhino. There you go. Yeah, give him a follow. You're welcome back, though, to level 2 of the Mind, where we've just fought 2 relatively easily defeated Mind Flayers who maybe were not, you know, an incredibly valuable part of the collective. Maybe they were, but it's a good bet that they were set to keep watch. And I mean, who knows how far their telepathic links go? Maybe the other Mind Flayers now know what's going on. But yeah, as these things, the last squelch of viscera splashes across the ground, Eryxium, you flick your sword anime style, and all the blood and the viscera just flips off. And yeah, you kind of stand there now as the only thing you can hear is that whistle of the wind again.
I incinerate the bodies.
You're going to incinerate the bodies. How are you going to do that?
Well, one of them's on fire. I'm going to control flames and.
Okay, that is completely incinerated, including anything it was carrying is gone now.
Instant regret from the wizard.
No. These things could potentially have tadpoles, so.
Anything else you'd like to do?
As the arcane cocaine wears off and Eryxium is taken aback for a moment, looking up at the roof, how high were they hiding?
They were behind stalactites that were around about maybe 60 feet up.
60. Okay.
Yeah, but
so
I had rolled a pretty high stealth for them, though.
Yeah, right.
You rolled high stealth for them. How high is high? Higher than 27?
I was just going to say 28 and 29.
Oh, damn.
That's you. Shut up.
Yeah, Joe.
I'm going to kill the turn order. But also, like they were making no sound, so you wouldn't have been able to see them that high.
Yeah.
Remove all turns, clear the turn order. Zip zap skip. What would you like to do as the wind whistles through this long and narrow cave system? Your wizard from behind you sort of mentions that it's up ahead to the left.
You?
Well,
is anyone else?
Just you and maybe Mazzello. Looks a bit shocked.
I'm okay, don't worry. Yeah, there was more of a pain in my head than anything else, but yeah, I'm good. We can carry on.
None of them like bit you, did they?
But they bit Eryxium.
Eryxium, you might want to look at the bite wounds. Just I don't know how these things work.
Yeah, they would have bitten him in the arm, and you would have felt those suckers just begin to just draw out gobbets of flesh. You do see there are these sort of thick red pockets of sort of layers of skin that have been just sucked out.
There's nothing that like looks like it's in his arm.
It's hard to tell. You'd have to make some sort of medicine check, maybe. If you, I would say at disadvantage, given you're not skilled in this area, or you could maybe try some other sort of.
Yeah, I mean, spell. I will point out that maybe they have like bit him, and you know we don't know what happens if they bite.
He's turning. Kill him quick.
Yeah, Zelly, do you want to like look at the arm just in the off chance they put something in it?
Yeah, I'll check it out and see if I can see any protrusions or intrusions that shouldn't be there.
Okay, can you roll a medicine check, please? At disadvantage for now. Can you also move a little bit closer to your mic if that's possible? Thank you very much.
I'll do you one better. I'll move my mic.
Yeah, lovely. Thank you.
That's a 21. Oh, disadvantage.
It's an 11, unfortunately. It's hard to tell. You can see these wounds they're deep, and but I mean, as you look at the arm, you don't see anything sort of burrowing under the flesh or anything yet, and it just looks painful.
I was just thinking about doing something, but I don't think it'd work on that.
Dave?
Yeah, I think he's okay.
That thing I can see at the end of my vision there.
Where?
It's a rock.
Is that a rock, or is that like a glowy purple crystal?
Oh, you'd have to run up and see what it is yourself. Like, I'm not going to tell you what it is. Why don't you run up there? Ren, as you run up, you can keep moving your token if you want.
While Ren's running up to investigate rocks, as Rixium is talking to his brother,
Yeah, you're damn right.
will place his hand on his shoulder and say, "For what lies ahead?" And he will cast Warding Bond.
Warding Bond. Spell rewards a willing creature you touch and creates a mystic connection between you and the target until the spell ends, while the target is within 60 feet of you against +1 bonus AC and saving throws, and it has resistance to all damage. Also, each time it takes damage, you take the same amount of damage. Is that the resisted damage? I would imagine it is.
No. It's like it splits the damage in half, but between them. I think is the way that works.
Oh, I don't. It doesn't say it. Also, each time it takes damage, you take the same amount of damage.
Yeah, but you take the damage that they actually take, not the damage.
Yeah, so
but
like
that's if it's supposed to be 16, you take 8 each.
Yeah,
so the resistance is the damage.
Okay,
to the
it's
person
not really that clear about that, but okay, yeah, if that's how you want to use it, that's fine.
Is that on Ren? Is it?
I mean,
No,
the way I'm reading it,
Okay.
I would argue that you both, if it's the damage is 16, it's resisted by the spell, and you both take 8.
That's
Yeah,
That's exactly what you said. Is it? Okay, right.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
So
It's not really
It's
resistance.
the same thing. It's the same thing. Yeah. Cool.
Half
Alright, cool, cool,
damage.
cool.
Yeah.
it spreads the
That's
damage
alright.
evenly between you, essentially.
Rings. I'm not sure what Brett's getting at there.
Because
But,
you need
yeah,
to
yeah.
be able
spell-
to do it.
Component is a pair of rings,
yes,
which were purchased a long time ago.
They
in
were.
the
I
Druid
do now remember that. Yeah. Nice.
Because
Nice.
when
Give
you
it to
bought
his
him, I was
brother.
like, I know what he's doing. Like,
Yeah.
I knew what he was doing.
Okay, cool. So you slip your finger into his ring that he got you, and
Whoa.
Brotherly love.
That's not okay.
I think there's a new book.
Sweet home,
about
sweet
your
home,
ring.
sweet home Artex.
I
Our
will
resident
burn you for that.
Our resident
Comes across.
smut author. It's
On
like,
that same vein,
you're furious furious scribbling behind you. Sorry,
Yeah.
No,
Um,
you're scribbling.
Whoa.
in that same vein, as Arixium does that, I will also cast Death Ward on him.
Okay.
Jeez, guys, get a fucking room, will you?
Yeah, this
What's
is
next,
pretty,
Shield of
this is
Faith?
pretty hot.
You telling me you wouldn't protect your brother?
Hey, all I'm saying is we're getting out of this mess.
Yeah.
I don't know about you.
Yeah. I don't fucking care if you stay down here. We're going home.
Or
That's
that,
a
or,
deep burn.
that or both of you are going to die because of the warding bond.
Yeah.
Nah,
oh,
but-
yeah.
You forget, I'm a life cleric. I have healing for days.
Man, he'll cast Cure Wounds on himself.
I
Okay,
mean, yeah,
Ren.
if worst comes to worst, I'll just
Yeah,
run away while you all die.
If it comes to
Dave.
that, I'll do us both. Yeah.
Question. It's been suspiciously quiet in Ren's head the last 2 days.
Yeah.
It's just nothing.
Would you like to reach out?
No, it's just like
Okay.
nothing. Like, has there been anything like?
I'm sorry.
that
Would
was
you like?
not good.
Would you like a little?
I'm just curious because
Are
it's
you,
been quite
are
a
you
while.
missing it?
No,
You miss
I'm
it?
just worried. Actually, it's
Oh,
a bit.
God, I'm glad to hear
concerning.
that.
I don't like that he's gone
Should
quiet.
be.
It's suspicious.
Well, maybe he's found another disciple.
Hopefully, Ren's gonna peek around
Maybe
the
it's
corner.
a
real
I am
spectre.
going to use my thing to fucking scan the area. What the fuck you on the real spectre?
What scan?
I'm scanning.
What-
like,
what-
just
what
scanning
thing?
with my eyes around the area. I'm
So you're using
searching.
your eyes to scan the area,
Yes.
not your thing.
Dark vision.
Clerics being cocky never ends well. Oh, prophetic maybe prophetic. Whereas as you look
only
down there,
wizards
you can
only
see
wizards
here.
get egos.
You can
Listen.
see here, in answer to your question, you can see here there are some sort of skeletal remains there, of some. It looks like some sort of maybe beast of burden that was brought down through the lift. Did not meet maybe it was just worked to death, hard to know. And yeah, it's that's all you can see now. Unless you'd like to start spending time rolling investigation checks and perception checks to sort of check things.
No, I'm kind of waiting. It's you said it's to the left, right? So I'm on the right.
You're going to the right, yeah. So it would have been like further on up to the left.
Yeah, no, that's me actually mistaking my directions.
That's okay. That's okay. Yeah, as you move up there, you see now this purple item here on the ground. It is probably about a 3 foot by 3 foot irregularly shaped purple rock.
Shiny or just rock?
There's parts of it are shiny. Look like maybe it's been polished, maybe, or it's been maybe it's just how it fell off the rock. It's hard to know.
Has been collecting purple rocks, to my knowledge, correct?
Yeah, Scales just collects everything.
Yeah, Scales is gonna
shiny,
yeah.
What the fuck is that big giant aura someone's put on?
That's just me trying to keep 60 foot beside me. Hello, I can turn it off if you want.
No, that's fine. I just want to know what it was. That's okay.
No, obviously, if you ever move outside of that accidentally, it's just the tokens that we're not moving at the same time.
Brett says brotherly love and polished rocks. Oh my.
Scales is gonna take the turtle base and just gonna go whack and pop the rock.
Okay, it explodes into just many different shards.
It's not purple rock, it's purple worm shit. That's what it is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it explodes with poisonous gas.
Scales will find the shiniest shard of the purple rock and take it.
No problem. You can add that to Scales' inventory. As we move along, how are we looking here? We're just heading along.
Yep.
Okay, as you move up, I'm pretty happy to say if you just want to move your tokens to there, you nothing else happens, but you can find you do find the point where the mind flayers and their creature made its way in there. You know, I will say I'm sad that you missed another encounter I had planned for you up here, because you just went this way straight away.
Haha.
Natural 20 for the win.
Yeah. As you move up there, yeah, you do see now this entrance, and again there is if somebody wants to make investigation checks or survival checks, I will accept both.
I'll do investigation.
Investigation or survival checks. It's hard to
be the same investigation.
We do not have the same investigation, friend.
Mine's a +8.
Mine's a +11.
Okay, well, I've already rolled. I was going to say you could have advantage, otherwise, but fuck it.
It's almost like the start of that Bleeding Through song where you're just like, there was a firefight, and it looks like what a fucking song. It looks like shit went down here.
30 for investigation.
30 for investigation. If you want to move your token up there, we can sort of we can determine what happened here, and it is quite similar to what the vision that Ren received from his dealing with the it was a barbarian, wasn't it?
Yeah, this was the miner.
The miner. Thank you. And yeah, you can see now what looks like this cavern broken open from the other side of wherever this hole is. What was once a wall. You can see this just the.
If there's a hole, there's a way. I mean wall.
Well, you better look. You know, in certain towns. But
Ren will just back away from him as he said that.
Okay, cool. So as the wall exploded outward, clearly with a 30 investigation, you can see that a being of great size and strength was responsible for this. There's no powder burns, there's no magic, there's no flame effects, there was no heat used. This was purely concussive force and strength. As you look down, you can see signs of a fight, you can see signs of a struggle. And then you can see signs of a subsequent fight and struggle, as possibly maybe temple guards came to investigate what happened here, and they were also taken. So there are drag marks that lead that way. Would you like
any holy symbols
to save your game before you enter the Underdark?
Where's the meds drop and the typewriter there where you can save the game?
Yeah. There are no holy symbols lying around.
Is there a creepy guy with like a hood up with like glowing eyes that are selling anything nearby?
Just you.
No, but there is a kind of a glowing arrow that goes pointing that way.
Ah, it's a load area screen.
So, what is your plan? Are you going? Is this the moment you enter the long journey through the Underdark, or what is the crack?
I'm happy to enter the Underdark.
I am begrudgingly entering the Underdark.
Leroy.
No, don't do anything begrudgingly.
Do not invoke his name.
Journey to the Underdark.
Do not invoke the Leroy. That's a different game.
Okay. As I'm gonna move us over
to
we fucking are. We're gonna move you over to the map of Sopherone. As we're back,
long, baby.
and we're just gonna shift ping you here. This is roughly where you are. Have we got music playing?
That was a mistake.
Adventure. How's the back?
Yeah, it'd be better if we didn't bend over to pick up that pen.
No.
Shouldn't do that.
All right, stop play. How are we getting music?
Yes.
Yeah, why am I not getting it? I have to refresh my roll 20. Motherfucker.
You have it disabled.
No, it's just acting the shit fuck. There we go. All I'm getting is, what am I getting now? I'm getting battle music now.
Oh, no need for that.
If I just play this again, then. Right, hopefully. There we go. Lovely adventure begins. Okay, cool. Yeah, so as you enter this this tunnel, it does seem to it seems to travel straight ahead and not down for quite some time, and there's less of these gemstones kind of size encrusted walls, and more of just your typical cavern wall as you head along. There's moisture dripping from the ceiling, and you can see now as you sort of move through this thing, there would have been maybe 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 feet of cavern or solid rock that whatever broke through this broke through. And it's almost like the best way I can describe this is you've taken on an IKEA shortcut. If you've ever been in IKEA, and you've moved from bedding to like bathrooms, whereas it would have taken like quite some time to actually get there. And as you move through, you can see now there's water dripping from the ceiling from these long, thin, white stalactites. They're dripping this milky looking water, and it's sort of dropping in the ground with a plip, plip. And you move through, you follow this pathway, and it eventually begins to sort of move down, and the gradient just kind of changes a little bit. And as you follow it along, you find yourself walking for 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours with no, Jesus Christ,
Just
back home.
down and down and down.
Just
and down.
but it's at a slight gradient, and it's moving down. There are no, it doesn't open up to any other passages, it doesn't open up to any sort of forks in the road or anything like that. Thanks, Shaq Fu, for jumping in. We love you, dude, and we will see you soon. We'll see you in the next one. Great to see you back on the live streams, and have a good day in work, buddy. Don't forget, we're back Thursday. Hopefully see you then. Mind yourself, buddy. So as 6 hours turn to 8 hours, you begin to tire, and as you walk down here, I mean, it's pretty obvious that let me just move this here. It's pretty obvious that that this is the way that these poor unfortunate temple guards were brought. As there's occasional footsteps. You don't need to roll any survival checks or anything. There are occasional footsteps, and there are occasional drag marks, as maybe they got uppity and were stunned, and they were dragged along by whoever was, or how many ever mind flayers or whatever else were with the mind flayers in the party. And yeah, it's around about then you begin to feel tired. So I need to ask you guys: Are you gonna push through, or are you gonna rest, or what's the story?
Well, if it's the end of the day, we're gonna have to rest.
Okay.
If we push through, it's just gonna end up making things much harder.
It could take a few hours, push through, and then take a longer rest in the butt a bit.
Well, you're either going to take a long rest or you're not.
Yeah,
that's
more so
kind of what I'm asking.
Would a short rest help alleviate the exhaustion and let us go for another bit longer?
I'm happy to say that you can all roll. If you take a short rest, you can all roll Constitution saving throws, or just flat Constitution. Actually, you can all roll flat Constitution with advantage if you want to press on after a short rest. And I'm happy to say the DC for this right now is 10.
So
we're taking an hour rest, do another 3 or 4 hours journey, and then we're long rest.
Okay, cool. So I what I need after 8 hours then is Constitution saving throws at advantage. DC for this is 10. If you fail this, you'll take a point of exhaustion. 13. 18.
I am excellent at these.
22.
Do we get the benefits of? Do we get the? It's advantage. Do you get the benefits of Rixium's aura?
13. You will get the benefit of Rixium's aura on this. You'll get +4. D-range Rhinos in.
So that's
Robert is 3 +4 is 7. This is at advantage, though, Robert.
Oh, at advantage. Okay, let me just roll again.
You got +4 in this. DC is 10.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, yeah. So Ren is in with 23 or 21. That's no problem. So as you push through, you can see now that there is almost straight away the gradient does go down and down and down. You hear some. What's everyone's passive perception?
14.
11.
14, 11. Anything above. So 14 is above 12. Anyone above 12, you do hear for a split second just this weird echoing kind of sound rebounding off the walls, and it's almost like and then it's gone.
With an 18, can I hear more definitively where the direction is?
There is only one direction. It's coming straight down the corridor.
Oh, right, okay.
It's weird. It's kind of like, I don't know if anyone's ever seen that video of the guy that brings a flashlight to the mines and then encounters these weird ghostly voices. It's fucking awesome. But yeah, it's kind of like that. Never good when it's a gasping
thinking about it.
What's that?
I said, says the man shitting himself thinking about it.
Yeah. So yeah, it's you do manage to push on for another few hours, and you feel your body beginning to protest, and the pain begin to set in now. And as you move down some more, this cavern opens up, and you've been probably traveling for 11 hours now, and the cavern opens up into this sort of wider, larger tunnel, and from somewhere further down you hear some water flowing.
We should stay a bit further away from the water. We don't know what to be on.
It's hard, really, especially in the Underdark. It's very hard to know like where that sound is coming from, how far away it is. But as you as you move down, you definitely know there might be water rushing somewhere in the next 30 minutes, 2 hours, 5 hours. It's hard to know, especially the way sound rebounds around these corridors.
You're working on the dome.
Okay, you put up the dome.
Yep.
Is there anything you guys want to do as you take your long rest? I assume you're all taking watches. Do you guys need to have conversations? Do you need to
the thing is with watches, though,
does anyone want to cast sending spells to Parents, Valder, Berethia, anyone else at all? No sending spells.
What's our ration situation look like?
You've had the same rations since you got to Templetown. I don't believe anyone else bought some rations.
No, we would have been keeping up, kind of thing.
Okay, well then I'm happy to say that you've got maybe 7 days of rations.
Well, we've 2 clerics. They can make food and water.
Can we?
Create food and water. It's a classic. That's a like default player spell.
Yeah, but this is roll 20. It doesn't give you all your stuff that you should have.
It will be on your spell list.
Yeah, it should be. It should be fine.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So if there's nothing you want to achieve,
there will be. I'm gonna go outside of the dome.
Yeah.
Just sit there for a minute, and I'm gonna do another commune.
Oh shit! Okay. Cool. So do you want this to be headphones off?
Yeah.
Okay. Headphones off, guys. No spoilers in chat, please.
So I sit down, I do the circle that I usually do, the symbols of the Platinum Dragon to protect me while I'm sitting here communing.
Yeah.
I reach out to him. Is Ren's father alive and well?
No.
Was it this Mithrasma that caused his downfall?
Yes.
Who is the other Spectre?
Family.
A little bit of a kind of smile would creep across Mazzelu's face, because it's kind of like a fucking knew it. Like,
I can't make it that easy, buddy. Yeah, but great questions.
I have my suspicions.
Okay.
And I'll sit there and just think for a little while. Then I'll get back up and go back in the dome.
It's just 3 questions?
I believe so. Let me.
Sorry, three questions. Yeah.
You get to ask up to 3 questions that can be answered, but yes, no, or a very small, like you said.
Yeah. Carrick, it's imperative you do not listen back to this episode. You're mute.
Robert hasn't.
Yeah, I never do when it comes to this.
Cool. Yeah.
All that means is that him and his god are talking shit, though.
I think we've made some progress here. We made some serious progress, actually. Look at breakfast. What's it? What says? Shush. Okay, cool. So, is there anything else you guys want to do before your long rest finishes?
I don't think so. Just so
Ben's gonna take a solo watcher like with one of the non-dark vision people, and you can work away on a spell.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm happy to say nothing happens this time around. This might be a slightly shorter because I have one encounter that might take a while, but I also have one moment that I do want to throw in. But anyway, and we can also do our little debrief as well. But so there's nothing else you guys want to do between each other?
Question for you, Dave. With how long Ren has been spending on working on this spell and stuff in there, is there a way to approximate how close he is to figuring it out?
I would say he is maybe another week worth of long rests.
Huh? That's good to know.
You better lead the way then, Ren.
It's all downhill from here.
Okay, cool. So let me just move back to the Mountain Mind 3. I'm going to scoop up your tokens.
I will cast Mage Armor at the start of the day as well, by the way.
How long does that last? 8 hours?
8 hours, non-concentration.
Fucking torch. Cool. I'm gonna grab this. I'll grab your torch as well because you're going to need it. Boopity boop boop boop. Copy. Did I select everyone?
Can I retroactively ask, what did the Mind Flayer smell like?
What did the Mind Flayer smell like?
Blood and viscera.
I'm gonna say It was a very syrupy, sweet, sugary smell.
So not the
Salty
Arthur smell.
sweet?
No.
Right.
If you're going for Arthur's thing,
Yeah.
nothing like that.
Right. So it's not salty sweet blood and fear now.
No.
Try to inhale everything.
From the impression of what Arthur told you, it seems like he's referring to sort of a very singular entity.
Gas or something.
So
Okie dokie.
something-
Had to ask.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and I love your fucking like your note taking skill and your that I don't call you the fucking accountant for nothing. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna move you guys on.
Before we head off, I'm
yeah.
gonna cast a spell. If that's okay.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah.
No more headphones off, Ryan.
No, it's not. And
Stop
listen,
scheming.
my fucking game. I'll scheme against you if I want to.
yeah.
No,
I'm
I'm
just wait till I
going,
get disintegrate. We'll see how it
I'm
goes
going
down.
to cast Sending.
All right.
I'm sending to Berethia. I'm writing it down and then I'll read it out as well.
Yeah.
8, 9. Yeah. Okay. So here we go. Okay, I got it now. So, sending it to Berethia and saying, "Are you okay? Do you know where you are going?" Platinum Dragon says he will protect you.
So I was going to get F for speaking to the god.
You hear a whispered, defiant voice. Sopherone, for execution. Fear not. We've got some of our best people on this. We'll be free soon. Stick to your plan.
Fucking knew that's what she'd wanted. I knew it. I said it.
Yeah.
I could do it.
So, as you continue on, and now she did sound very fucking hurt. As you continue on through the Underdark, you travel for most of the day. It's hard to tell what time of day or night it would be up above, below. But as you move along,
Keen mind it wouldn't be.
oh yeah, well yeah, okay, that's fair. I'm gonna move your token over here.
Scales is probably complaining a lot the entire way about being bored.
Okay, so
I
can
can
everyone
imagine.
see where they are once I shift bang?
See.
You hear the rushing of water.
What the fuck?
Hold on 1 second now. I've pinged it.
Down the
You hear
river,
the-
lads.
You hear the rushing of water. Don't move your tokens yet. The rushing of water and the dripping of sort of these thick, calcified droplets falling from these stalactites. As the first thing you see when you enter this place is what looks like. Sorry, the wrong layer.
My dead lord.
It looks like a creature or a human in heavy plate armor, wielding a shield. Looks like a human, clearly dead. You can see like these darts stuck out of his head, out of his neck.
Darts?
Did you say
Darts.
he's wearing a shield, Dave?
Yes.
Can I take the shield?
Are you gonna walk up to him?
Not when you say it like that.
Keep an eye out. This could be a trap.
Yeah, it's a trap. You need to walk up to take the shield if you want it.
Do
Yes.
we know?
It's right there,
like,
buddy. Move your token up.
Dave, do we know that like Drow and the lakes live in the Underdark? I'm assuming.
Oh, it's fairly obvious that yes, Drow do work in the Underdark. Orixian, what's your passive perception?
14.
The shield, the shield that's lying on the ground, has a symbol of the platinum dragon on it.
My
The-
passive perception is 25. Also,
Yeah, it is.
Just in case.
It looks like
just in case I'm about to get jumped.
As you, nothing here at the moment. As you walk up, you do see it is the remains now, sort of this dried out flesh. Maybe it's been dead a year, maybe not a year, maybe 6 months. It has been eaten and chewed upon, but there are still sort of bits of flesh in the bones. But there are like a lot of these darts and crossbow bolts like stuck into it. Orixium, you can see now the armor also is resplendent with the symbols of the Platinum Dragon.
Does this person look like a what's the way to phrase this? Like an everyday temple guard, or does this look like someone of importance?
It looks like a paladin.
Would he be known to us? Well, I know desiccated. Would he be recognized?
You don't recognize the armor, no. Would you like to investigate its belongings? There is a leather satchel beside it. There's a well-made longsword, and there's a shield, and there's the basics of half-plate armor.
I'm going to drop a detect magic.
So we don't recognize the face, you said?
The face is too withered away to be. It's been chewed and gnawed upon. Is it glowing? Is it a flashlight? No, Paddy, it's not a flashlight.
So, Dave, I'm casting detect magic. Do I get anything off the corpse?
The armor is magical, the sword is magical, and the shield is magical.
Everything that guy's wearing is magic.
Do we recall hearing of somebody not returning from a mission?
Nope. You don't even need a history check for that.
Okay, yeah, we should check out this body.
Give us 10 minutes.
want the shield.
Give me 10 minutes, I can figure out what...
Dave, I touched the shield.
You touch the shield. Can I get a wisdom save? I'm only joking. It is. It's cold to the touch.
Okay.
Dave, what skills of magic am I getting off this with respect?
Enchantment.
Enchantment, yeah. Okay, confident. I can, if you give me 10 minutes, I can figure out what all these things are.
How about we find out who the person was before we worry about the gear they have?
I'm just as concerned. No, in that regard, but...
I'm sorry. I don't care too much about who this person was. I care about having a shield. So...
Okay.
Funny enough, as he's a member of our workings, I give a shit about the person. So about
You're welcome to continue giving a shit about the person. I'll grab the shield then.
I put my foot on the shield.
Okay, you're putting your foot in the shield. Is anyone investigating the corpse? Would you like to search through the bag, or what's the story?
I'm going to help Orixium if I can.
Yeah, okay. You want to roll? I don't know if Orixium wants to investigate this or not.
Yeah, no, this is definitely the way the Mind Flayers came, we believe.
The tracks are still the same, yeah.
Yeah, no, this has its intrigue. Before they fucking touched the fucking cunt. Divine Sense, is he undead?
You trigger your Divine Sense, and you reach out with your senses, and there are no Fey Fiends or undead here.
And he's not desecrated at all?
No, just dedicated.
Yeah, let's check the satchel and see if there's like an order.
Okay, if you want to roll an investigation check, the DC for this is 10. I'm pretty sure you're going to get it.
Do I get anything from the satchel as well? Well, like when they open it, like,
nothing magic. Oh yeah, there's a couple of potions in there.
Yeah, magic in that satchel.
That's a 7. Unfortunately,
I don't have a boon, but I have an inspiration. I might know.
Yeah, you're gonna need to burn that. You have a boon.
20.
Oh,
not 20. You can. Do you want to roll the boon and see if you needed to use the inspiration? You did get a boon. You may as well. You're gonna need these.
So roll the boon as well.
Roll the boon first to see if you can get that 7 to a 10.
Oh, okay.
if that's what you want to do, if you would rather keep the boon over the inspiration, then certainly do that.
Inspo's objectively where it's +5.
Yeah. Sorry, I got confused myself. It's because my still, yeah. Yeah,
It's a
okay,
4.
the 10.
So that is there. You do find a rolled up letter. Would you like to read it?
Yes, I would.
I'm going to put this into. I need, because I'm going to clip this moment. I need everyone else to mute their mics, please, while Stephen reads this out.
Oh dear God.
That's in your journal now.
Wow. Okay. Trying to make it big enough so I can actually.
If you click on the thing,
Yeah.
I can just text it to you if you want.
Yeah, just that
Yeah.
text is very small. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm gonna just give me 1 second, and nobody react to this, because I want to see Steven's reaction here. So 1 second. I'm gonna text this to you in WhatsApp.
I can read, I swear.
Copy. Here comes. Where are you, Steven? There we go. Okay.
Okay. And before anyone says why is he not reading it like Erixium's inner voice isn't his outer voice because he had his throat ripped out by fiends.
That's fair.
Here I will breathe my last breath. Here my struggle against the darkness of the world will end. Mortality wounded by a dark elf's poisonous crossbow bolt. I, Sir Vordic, have devoted my life to my vengeance. Vengeance against the tyranny of the crown and the craven cowardice of the Temple of the Platinum Dragon. The refusal to stand up to the king and his opportunistic and manipulative laws, binding the churches of Sopherone to his whim, will forever be a strain on their collective souls. I, though, Sir Vordic, plan to make this right. After my excommunication from the Temple of the Platinum Dragon for my very public and frequent accusations of cowardice, I decided to embark upon a quest of epic proportions. Having liberated the diary of Sir Richard the Shieldmaster from the vaults of the temple, and cross-referencing those with the maps and notes I tracked down through extensive research and questing, I believe I have located the complex deep in the Underdark where Sir Richard almost fell to legendary worm, the Shadow Forger. But more importantly, I truly believe that place in the location of Sir Richard's missing Holy Avenger longsword. The temple would tell you that such a weapon doesn't exist, that it never existed, but I know better. In their arrogance, in their hubris, they rewrote the tale of Sir Richard after his noble sacrifice in the temple above the town of the same name, in order to preserve their vision of a paladin who never failed, who never made a mistake. Sir Richard would tell us that each failure is a rivet in the armor of our faith, each mistake a plate of steel that covers our hearts and bolsters our characters and resolve. But my end is near, and my notes and life's work lie protected and safe in the last place they think to look, the Temple of the Platinum Dragon itself. If you be true of heart and are devoted to the tenets of Bahamut over the policies of the Church, then you will find the clues I've left. Continue my quest, brave warrior, and start where the light of the morning illuminates the foot of the dragon. Once you have what you need, return to this place and delve deeper, ever deeper. But where the Shadow Forger? If the beast that bested Sir Richard in his prime should still exist centuries later, it is more likely powerful still. Hail Bahamut, hail the glorious dragon.
Okay. So how does Erixium feel about that? And how does Mazzellu feel about that? Is there a little jizz stain on Erixium's armor there?
I mean, he's excited. Him and his brother are not the first to talk out against the dragon. Or the Temple of the Dragon, at least. And confirmation of the rumors of the Holy Avenger believed to be true.
Just wish that he'd fucking survived, that's all.
Yeah. And what took him down? The Dark Elves. Dark Elf crossing. Yeah, there's a lot to process there.
There is a lot to process there.
Whichever's name, that's half the most important things. We can ask Father if you've heard of Sir
you would like to make history checks, or if you'd like to make... I think it's going to be history checks for this one. You certainly can. Only the two brothers Grimm can do this, though.
Religion checks, was it?
History.
17 and a 22. you do recall Borethius sort of, vaguely speaking about Sir Vordek, and don't when you guys were sort of going faith over politics, she would almost, I've got another Sir Vordek on my hands here. And that's pretty much all you would get from her. But with a 22, Mizelu, yeah, there was talk of a Sir Vordek maybe 20, 30 years ago who was excommunicated for just that, he would put a soapbox up in the temple square, and he would just speak out and accuse the Platinum Dragon, the Temple of the Platinum Dragon, of it's the kind of thing that you guys would kind of maybe walk past and not noticed, because you were sent on jobs and stuff like that. But there was, your father actually would have definitely, you would have overheard the name discussed maybe. But Sir Richard ever having a blade that was a Holy Avenger, that is brand new news.
Does this skull still have the bottom jaw and the top jaw?
Does it need one?
Yeah.
Roll a look check.
I don't believe it does for Speak with Dead.
It needs to be able to have the mobility to talk, as in a jaw. Yeah.
Roll a look check. So what do you want? Odds yes, evens no. Evens yes, odds no. You choose.
Was it just a D20? Is it
just a D20? Odds yes, evens no. So you choose which is yes or
odds? Odds no.
Evens yes. Okay. Roll a D20. Evens yes. Holy shit! Are we going to sit down and cast Speak with Dead?
I do not have it prepared, so instead, I shall remove the head and take it with me.
Okay, so you twist and pull, and the remaining sinew and cartilage that sort of ties this skull to the spinal column just comes apart with a pop and a faint snap, almost like you've picked up a very old rubber band, stretched it, and it's gone. And you now have this skull.
That's a bit much.
And I'll have to describe these things. And oh wow, Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
You're supposed to be the technomancer, not the filthomancer.
I can't help it. It's an 8.
It is an 8. So yeah, as you do this, then
it's 8.5.
Yay! You have this.
I shall carefully place the skull in my backpack. Yeah.
And it's around about this time you all feel a tremor in the ground. As you kind of look down, you feel the ground shaking. You see sort of crystals begin to drop from the ceiling of this high cavern, and you kind of look around to yourselves and kind of wonder where is this coming from. I'll tell you where it's coming from as we move this thing to the token layer, and you now see,
Dave.
Yeah.
As the rumbling is getting louder, I look to Mazelis and say, "Can I have the shield now?"
Belongs to the Platinum Dragon.
As this massive creature bursts through the ground.
Oh, it's a fucking bullet!
See now, it's a greater bullet. As you see now, it just bursts through the ground. These massive teeth, this huge, almost like rock encrusted outer shell. This rows and rows of teeth. As it bursts through the ground, you can see now it just flops, lands on the ground, almost like that thing from Tremors. The graboids, but there's nothing, no little graboids come out of it, and it just lands there, and it kind of shakes around, dust and mortar and stone just flying off it, filling the air with this sort of grey powder as it looks around. And on the next episode of the Sopherone Saga, we will roll initiative. But for that, I think this is a good time to call it. But I also think it's a good time to have a chat about what happened tonight, and one more hour, says Paddy, and see, and you can click that Technomancer, you can click that Roll20 and get rid of that little pop-up thing, and we might talk about. But I'm going to take 1 second to run for a quick bio break, and we might have a quick chat about how things went. So feel free to talk amongst yourselves. I shall be back. Would you like anything from downstairs?
No, thanks.
Well, that was an
Enlightening.
interesting end. Yes.
Still reading it again here, so I'm not being ignorant. I'm looking for pertinent information.
Will you copy and paste it into the Discord channel?
Yes.
I want to put that in my notes.
I know something you don't know.
Yeah, you scheming that? You scheming bollocks?
Like juice. The juice I have on you guys is unreal.
You guys?
Yeah. Well, I know that Robert's really just being ghostwritten by someone else. All his books.
It is too long to fit in Discord.
Jesus.
Is Mazzello a BBG? Abso-fucking-lutely.
Liz already trying to kill Robert.
Shouldn't have been such a bad boy.
Killer.
I friggin' saved you.
Yeah,
God,
please don't demand.
So first off,
I could have got myself uncursed. No
is
worries.
Mazzello a BBE? What's a BBE?
BBG,
You missed-
I meant.
A BBEG. Is Mazzello the BBG? Mazzello is not the BBEG.
Yeah.
I could be.
First question I wanted to ask: why did nobody search the remaining Mind Flayer?
Because he
I
got...
torched both.
Yeah, I assumed he torched.
Yeah, he torched both.
I
Yeah.
think no. I thought you very specifically said you torched one.
No,
No,
one of them
he
was
very
already alight,
specifically
and he
said-
pulled the flame to the other one.
Okay, cool, that's fair
Well,
enough.
that's
Cool,
how
cool.
That's how I did it, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Essentially,
that's fine,
Ren
that's fine.
wasn't risking any tadpoles.
That's okay. They did contain several sort of magical items that would have possibly helped you, but it's okay.
Oh well.
Second off, so Mazzello, without giving too much away, how is Mazzello feeling after those answers from the commune spell, and what sort of possessed him to go in that direction first anyway?
Well, there's lots of questions that he's had unanswered. Some kind of trivial, some kind of not. But he's trying to get a better understanding of the whole picture.
Right.
And to get a better understanding of the whole picture, you need to have more than just assumptions, ideas, and a collection of moments. So to do that, he's asking pertinent questions to be able to get a bigger picture.
To be fair, who's to say these aren't just the Platinum Dragon's assumptions? Whatever it
Well,
is.
he sees all, so like,
Yeah.
Does he though?
yeah.
How does he feel about the answers that he received?
He's kind of mixed about one because that's the kind of burden of knowledge, right? Is what
Yeah.
you do with it.
Yeah.
So he, on the one hand, the protective side of him wants to not share it. On the other hand, he's not one for... He's not usually one for being so coy. Like,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? Not that he's abrasive or harsh or direct or whatever, but he's not one for kind of messing about, because usually those kinds of things can turn ugly.
Yeah.
I think he will have a discussion when it's needed or when it's possible, but down here right now, he needs everyone on their A game.
Okay. How did you feel about the response from the sending spell from Berethia?
He knew. He knew there's no way Berethia would ever let herself get taken so easily. If she went with a plan, and she knew what she was doing.
I think he would know enough to know that she didn't. It wasn't her plan to go. But if she was taken, she was taken with a plan. That's what you're saying.
Yeah. What I'm saying is, like, if it was a case of they gave her no choice, like, no, you're going to fucking your death, like in Sopherone, I know I would have 100% assumed that she would have had a plan for that.
Yeah.
Because she is not a stupid one. As much as she comes across as someone that doesn't really pay too much attention, she knows a fucking lot.
She fucking does. Yeah. Can I ask why Mizelu hasn't cast sending to his father in quite some time?
Well, I mean, the first obvious answer is that I don't generally have sending prepared because it's a waste of that spell slot in general.
Okay.
Secondly,
it seems to be quite important to become quite important though.
It does. He hasn't sent one to his father for the simple reason being that, well, put it this way, he's been taught his whole life, especially from his father. Yes, Bodhi, that's right. You're right. I know you are. He's been taught his whole life, especially from his father, that the Platinum Dragon has a plan for all of us, a path that we must walk, which is why he's so belligerent. Not belligerent, wrong word. He's so
vociferous, or
in his path. Like, this is what I should be doing.
Yeah,
fuck the king.
Single-minded.
Fuck the fucking high priest that's obviously been twisted like a bollocks. No, this is my path. This is what the Platinum Dragon wants for us. And he was instilled that by his father. So if his father's gone to do something, then that's his business to deal with.
Okay, that's good to know.
Don't get me wrong, he'll be sad if he's fucking, murdered or killed or, anything like that. There will be sadness in it, but he understands that they all have their path to walk.
It won't be that easy though. He's not going to.
Well, no, of course it won't. Yeah. You'll be tortured by the mind flares.
Not at all. No. I mean,
blood eagled.
More likely infected, probably.
Then he should meet
his dad,
the same as the rest of them.
Mazelu's dad is not gone anywhere near the mind flares.
I thought you said Mazelu. Right? No, my bad. I missed the word. Yeah.
No, Mazelu's father. But you do know that Mazelu Senior's singular focus is the church and the politics of the church.
Yeah, so there's a little bit of a worry as to which side of the fence is he on.
Exactly.
If he's on the wrong side of the fence, then he shall meet his demise as he should.
Wow. Okay.
Straight from the Mazzello household.
Jesus Christ.
There's
going to be a new Mazzello Senior soon.
If he's been turned, if he's been twisted, if I can't pull him back, then he can't be allowed to carry on.
Yeah. I see Robert's just stepped away. I was going to go to Robert, so let's go to. There he is. He's back. He's back.
Yeah, sorry.
That's okay. Robert. There was a comment made tonight, and I can't remember what it was, but it was about the kingdom, and you were. I think it was either about the kingdom or it was about something, and you disagreed. Was it about the King's Guard or something like that? And someone said, "I will kill them all," and you were like, "I won't." Or I'm trying to remember what it was. But how does Robert feel now? Like, given that this party seems to be very sort of explosive, and I think Robert has a keen awareness of the dynamics of politics, and I think Robert would sense something big is happening without giving too much away. Does Robert have a plan? Because it's like I feel like Robert is the kind of person that will see these two unstoppable forces about to collide, and I think Robert will have he will either have a role or he'll maybe just have a side role or a lesser role. But I feel like, from what I know of Robert, that his motivation is more to sort of step back, see what happens, and then maybe step in later.
Robert will wait.
Yeah, that's what I
until
was thinking.
such a time where, like, the thing Robert is most concerned about. Robert's not concerned about. He doesn't like the king. He's not a particular fan of the king. I feel like a little bit of, like, Robert didn't see much action in his time in the military himself, but he didn't really like the actions of the higher ups. But Robert does not give two dogs assholes about any of the churches either. For Robert's sake, what he is worried about is he sees two forces colliding, and he cares about the collateral damage, and
The people.
Robert only cares about the good common folk of Sopherone. And if like, there are certain problems with the fuck the king, kill the king vibe that Robert doesn't agree with, because Robert knows that the rest of the people outside of the borders of Sopherone aren't just gonna, oh, your king's dead? Okay, sure, we'll leave you alone.
Okay. So, in Robert's mind, and quite possibly in a lot of other people's minds, the actions are of the kingdom, not the king. The actions are of the country, not the king.
No. The actions that Valder and these guys are taking are definitely, like, actions of the king. The problem is, how
What is the country if not the king?
Like, yes, how does the civil war between the Church of the Platinum Dragon and the Kingdom of Sopherone, or at least some cells in the Kingdom of Sopherone, affect the common people?
And how does he feel about the brewing war between the elves and the humans?
That's what scares him, because Robert doesn't think that, should we rid Sopherone of the king, that the elves are going to be like, hey, sorry, we actually just hated your king, we'll definitely stop fighting you now.
So centuries of
like
oppression by the kingdom.
Yeah, Robert feels like the political destabilization that the death of a monarch causes will be a severe problem, and
That it will.
that's what Robert is worried about. But also, I mean, should it come to the genocide of the elves, Robert wouldn't exactly feel the worst about it.
King Robert.
That's interesting.
But that's because the people Robert cares about is his nation, and not so much like
Poor
like
innocent
in-
elven
in-
children who are common children in their lands and deserve nothing but the wrath of
Yeah,
their
yeah,
kingdom.
but in the military, Robert was raised to believe that those people are fucking animals and they deserve to die.
What about the dwarves?
Okay.
They're
Fuck those
next.
guys too. No, I'm kidding.
Tan Africanas.
It's just, I think Robert's like, they're not a problem right now. So
Other races we say, fuck them.
okay, that's good to
I
know.
mean,
That's good to know.
it's not like the kingdom of Sopherone exists of only like one race.
But
no,
the
No, it
spell
doesn't.
that
It doesn't.
the king
Yeah.
is trying to get will kill
All elves.
all the elves.
Yeah,
And then what
Every
happens if a
single
dwarf raises his hand
Yes.
against them? All
See,
the
I,
dwarves.
I
the-
do
the-
believe
the-
only Scales knows that information.
yeah, but the
The scales doesn't even know that information anymore.
from
No,
from
but
Robert
it's in
from
there
Robert's perspective, the good elves of Sopherone are sole citizens of Sopherone, so he wouldn't want that plan to go through. He'll do everything to stop that
Okay,
plan.
good to know. Good to know.
But
should he become aware of it?
no, yeah, he'll definitely. But he like he's not gonna let you know. If basically, if we decide to murder the king, we have to murder the Elven king as well.
Okay.
No.
So
Two for
I mean,
2 billion.
I'm coming up with a plan here that we try and sort of engineer a diplomatic meeting or of sorts, and then
In a
to murder
perfect
them
world,
both.
yes, in a perfect world, not murder them both, because that might like escalate the war. No, like in a perfect world, we can come to a diplomatic solution where the elves don't want to kill the humans and the humans don't want to get desperate to use a elf murder tool. But
Everyone murder too.
but if the king dies, like we're also going to war with the elves to try and stop them from killing everyone I love.
Yeah, well, that's good to know, and I'm picking up what you're putting down there. I'm liking that. Carrig, I'm going to ask Ren a question here. So, because you were saying that you were worried so Carrig was worried that he hasn't heard anything from that voice. Is Ren feeling the same? Is Ren sort of thinking about it a little much?
Yeah,
it's dwelling on it, or what's going on with that?
It's been every night since it happened that he's, or not every night, but most nights, or at least like some little sly comment here or there when Ren does something. Ever since we went into the caves and the Underdark, it's gone silent, and it's because Ren is almost 100% certain Balder is one of these other emissaries for this thing, because he's looking for the same things.
So you think Valder is an emissary for this creature?
Not necessarily, but Balder's also looking for these rocks, these crystals. Valder has gone through and found the one that we hid near Templetown. He's touched the crystal. Ren is under. What logic does Ren have to logically, Ren's gonna be like, oh well, Valder's been contacted by this thing probably, because he views Valder as being evil, more likely to either work with it if he wasn't already, which Ren is wholeheartedly convinced is already working with this thing.
Okay.
Because of what we saw with the creepy fucking thing in the mirror under the temple.
Which creepy thing in the mirror?
The black obsidian mirror that was under the church. Ren is starting to think that maybe they're too.
Oh, you guys didn't. So that was the one that Fenar saw.
Did Fenar never tell us about that? I'm pretty sure Fenar told us about it.
I don't know. We'd have to go back and check. But yeah, there was just a voice though.
Yeah, see, there was also like purple eyes glowing in the mirror, which is also a concern for Ren because.
Yeah, that I'm like happy to tell you guys out of character. That is a completely other creature that was
fair enough.
Communicating with Valder.
Working
that you haven't met yet.
Okay. That puts a scupper to that. Ren's just kind of worried that this thing has gone silent, because one, it said it's deep in the mountains.
It's almost like you miss your ex texting you.
Not even. It's more.
I kind of feel like it's like that.
It's kind of more of a like, oh, what's happening? What is he doing when he's not fucking with me?
Oh, he's fucking.
Are you sure?
He's fucking with me.
You're missing your ex, man.
No.
Exactly,
it's
right.
like if he's not like specifically targeting Ren, what's it devoting its attention to? And obviously Ren
is so jealous.
It's not that.
Yeah.
You guys are broken up. Let it go, dude. Like,
your king doesn't love you, pal. Calm down.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Fuck the king. Fuck the crown. Team elves. Team elves.
Team elves. Okay, cool. So you are maybe 5, 6, 7 days away from, excuse me, creating that new spell.
Yes.
Do you want to tell people what it is yet, or do you want to hold off?
I mean, I've hinted at it. Ren is looking for a way to transmute adamantine, which, as far as I'm going under the understanding, and because that's Ren's way of getting into the Arcanus district, probably never been done before. So, or at least not that is public knowledge, and the methods to do so. So, me and Dave have been working on a spell that I will reveal the details of the spell when I cast the spell. But let's just say it should be interesting.
Yeah, I think it's gonna. I think what's gonna happen with this is that you're gonna come up with the bare bones and the basics of the spell.
Yeah.
And thanks for the follow, Sordosa. Oh, sorry, Sora.
Oh, it's Sora. What's up, Sora?
Yeah, well, obviously, Ryan knows it.
He's a friend of mine who I've been playing Rust with.
Cool. Thanks for joining us.
A fellow Irishman.
Cool. So I think what's going to happen is that you're gonna come up with the basics, and you're gonna figure out like what this needs. I will say that it's probably gonna take. You're probably gonna need to get back to a lab or some sort of setup to finalize the details on that.
My hope with that is to kind of like get what Ren has, take it to probably Silvera Fireshield, because that's she's his main contact, and be like, hey, look, get me in here. I can do this. I will prove to you. You can fuck me out afterwards if you don't believe me, or it doesn't work. And then
I think I've I kind of feel it like that will probably get you in.
Yeah, and I mean, ideally, if future possible, Ren might also try to figure out other ways to weaponize transmutation magic like that. In that way, because what better way to punch through adamantine armor than an adamantine spear? That's a hint of something I'm working on.
Yeah. Nice.
I'll talk to you about that in more detail.
We can certainly work on a few more spells.
That gets on a real debate though of like the whole Marvel thing of can adamantine claws go through an adamantine skull?
Yes.
You know, it's a little bit of a dodgy area.
The best way to kill Wolverine is a superheated adamantine weapon.
Yeah, moving on.
And guess what Ren can do? Superheat shit.
Moving on to our repentant sinner. First off, I'm going to ask, how did Erixium feel when you read that letter?
There's a lot of mixed emotions. The fact that there has been paladins in the past to question the devotion of the church to the one true God, Bahamut, as opposed to what he feels is unnecessarily bowing down to the royalty and the hierarchy for political reasons.
Submitting to the dogma and...
Yeah, like you're meant to be there for the people by your lord, and you're going to meetings and agreeing to do X, Y, and Z. But then also, why would they hide the fact that supposedly Holy Avengers are real? Like, why isn't this sang from the rooftops?
Well, I feel like, so, I don't know if I made it clear in the letter. It's not that Holy Avengers aren't real. They are real.
It was lost.
It was the fact that Sir Richard was struck down and he lost his in a battle. Right, so he lost it in the battle with the Shadow Forger, and Sir Richard just about escaped with his life and fled, and so the temple, you feel like what you're gleaning from the letter is that the temple sort of created the Shield Master and he went with it, and so there may be legends of Sir Richard before the Shield Master, there may be writings of them, but they're either destroyed or very well hidden, because the Temple of the Platinum Dragon could not have, the politicians in the Temple of the Platinum Dragon could not have the legends get out that Sir Richard, who formerly wielded a fucking Holy Avenger,
yeah, Sir Richard the Ironheart is actually fucking
went down and tried to rid the fucking world of this evil and got his ass kicked,
which is also,
and then lost this weapon that connects him to the Platinum Dragon,
which is also because Sir Richard was pre or at the same timeline as the event.
Yeah.
So now there's also a bit of...
No, he wasn't. I have to go back into the lore of my brain here.
From what I know and what I have in my notes here, Sir Richard was part of the party that took down Galasar.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that would have been post-event. So Sir Richard was part of the party that took down Galasar. Some of the party some of that party died in that in that conflict, and Sir Richard agreed to be interred and to be a force that would protect whatever that gem is.
Another one of that
Yes,
party was
but
the Nietzsche,
this is where the gears are turning. The temple's biggest, best champion, wielder of the Holy Avenger, is defeated by the legendary Great Worm, Shadow Forger. Assumedly, afterwards in the timeline, all dragons and dragonkind are removed from the plane. This is the first reference to a living dragon we have had.
It's not a dragon, it was a worm, wasn't it? No.
A great worm is a legend. It's the biggest form of a dragon.
Right.
Well,
So
is it worm?
the
Is it
event
WRM,
happened.
though?
So the event happened way before that, right?
Way before.
Way before. So what happened then was, well, not way before. So it happened before it, right? So all of the dragons and dragonborn were annihilated. And then what happened was, so Sir Richard went on a hunt for one more.
The legendary.
How or why, you don't know. I mean, I can imagine Eryxium's brain going, maybe a great worm called the Shadow Forger has the ability to sort of blink in and out of planes of existence, and it missed the event, or it's hard to know. But
Or it's not actually a worm.
or it's not actually.
It's a
worm.
cover-up.
Yeah.
Are we aware that there's dragons on other parts of the continent? So,
Not unless you've been. No.
no, okay, because I know that's come up in one shots, so I was just double checking.
Yeah. So
I'll tell you what I fear is that we've heard that he was down here fighting this legendary worm. What do mind flares do to dragons?
Oh, for fuck's sake! Oh, we're so fucked. We can't go down there.
And I've used
Well, we
one of
can't
those
anyway.
against
You
players.
you can't anyway, because like this
Yeah, we
is
have to go to the temple to get the books.
this
that
is
we
a
need to
this,
find
this is
the
a
room.
long ball fucking quest, right?
Yeah. This is the tease for the 600-foot fish line. Like fucking, you gotta get reeled in.
Well, we might not get
I had to
weapons
throw it
for
in for
dragons
I had to
down
throw it
here,
in for
though.
you, Stephen, though,
Oh yeah.
because I you know, you're a reticent, like you're the resident holy avenger horn dog. So I was like, I have to throw something in.
But like, so the Holy Avenger might take us a while to get, but this was where the worm was.
No,
So
not
we
here.
might-
No. He was on his way. So he memorized the information, but all of his notes are back in the Temple of the Platinum Dragon.
Right.
Yeah, like
well-
we're on floor 3. The fucking great worm is down on like the 22nd floor or something.
Yeah,
Like,
pretty much. Yeah.
yeah, like he is gonna be in the center of the fucking earth in the magma core.
Especially, and if it's an Illithid dragon, I mean, it may be not where we're going, but further down. Because that
Look, it may not be an Illithid dragon. It could be something else. Something
No,
weird,
it's could be.
Dracolich.
yeah, that's what I'm
thinking.
you know. So yeah. So look, there's a lot to think about there. We're at 3 minutes and 10 seconds. I think.
3 hours.
Sorry, 3 hours and 10
hours.
seconds. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Have we just started? Hey, welcome along. You're very welcome along to episode 61. No, look, thanks a million. Thanks to everyone for tuning in. Thank you to my wonderful wifeling, It's a Map, Kate, for kicking ass and getting us back on the air with no lag. Look at that. And no
That's why you
messing.
don't buy an iMac.
Stop,
Because
dude.
there's
Had I known, I bought an iMac when we had a fucking Technomancer. But we don't. But we do now.
To be fair to Dave, music production, iMac is kind of the way to go.
Yeah, Mac is like I'm a Pro Tools guy, and Mac is just that's what we do.
The one time it's acceptable, that and
What's
editing
that?
photos.
PCs for the win.
Yeah, PCs for the win.
In general.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, look, very appreciative of the fact that Kate has allowed us to use her PC. It has gotten us on the air. There's been no lag. We're back, and I'm very excited about that. So look, thank you all. Thanks everyone for being again some of the best players I've ever had. Your characters are like they're like 5-dimensional. They're fucking. There's so much going on with them. I love the fact that you all have different motivations and you're just you've dove headfirst into the world that I've created for you, and it just inspires me to write more and work harder. And I love you all.
Ditto.
Yeah, thank you. So, guys, we'll see you all. Thanks for tuning in. We're back. I'm back on Thursday with not journeys through the Radiant Citadel, not journeys adjacent to the Radiant Citadel, but the rebirth of the Graven King.
Journeys formerly adjacent to the Radiant Citadel.
Yes, we could throw that in as well.
You really like renaming your campaigns after a little while, don't you?
Yeah, we used to Terrible Trouble In Templetown.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
you have to get a
because
feeling for them.
Terrible Trouble in Templetown was only when we started on with those who shall not be named. I was told I could only do a mini campaign.
Yeah.
Right.
So I was like, okay, cool, Terrible Trouble in Templetown, that's it. And then obviously it did. We did okay.
I nicknamed the Artex arc Awful Anxiety and Artex.
Nice.
That's like my one. It had a very specific meaning that nobody ever questioned, which was interesting. So,
and then
I do believe that your one's coming back though, right, Ryan?
It will be. I need to arrange. I see Kate in the background there. It will be slight different cast changing. Yeah, yep. Bodie, exactly. Soon, exactly. Yeah, slight different cast changing. Some new faces to the streams, I believe.
Regular streams.
Dino hasn't been on the stream.
Dean's played in one of my one shots.
Okay. Oh, Dino's been on the one shots. I think we've got somebody from a convention that might be playing a part.
Yeah.
Who has already been on.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah. The same game, new people, new reasons.
New reasons. Okay. I'm excited to see what's going on. And with that bombshell, we're going to head off, guys. We love you all. Thanks so much. It's great to be back, like 100% back. And we'll see you on Thursday.
And remember, keep on rolling.
Keep on rolling.